Yeah, thank you everyone. Let me share the YouTube stream. Please, 1 minute. Let me share the YouTube stream. Yeah, sorry. I have to share the YouTube stream on Facebook too. We're coming in. Ooh, coming in from the cold. It's you I'm talking to. Yeah, it's you I'm talking to now. Why do you look so sad and forsaken? Don't you know? Yeah, guys, where did I stop? Please, I just have to skip some. Yeah, me Baoni. When I did that, thank you, man. Ya wuru ibe m ekele m gị ọgwụ a bụ onye anwụrụ so m gị onye ara madman ma nne m na-ada nkekere men. I'm fine, go. Tessie, I'm okay. Otman, daalụ nwanne mmadụ nkekere me. Thank you, Chinwe. Still Obiano. Ha! Iso ndị a, iso na ndị izu ọgụ. Nne m iso na ndị izu ọgụ. Iso na ndị a na-enyo enyo n'obodo a. Yeah, good morning. How are you, my people? Ogidika, Iwolachi. Free man method. Ha! Diokma, I can't get them the customer. Ị gaghị akọcha ihe fụ n'aka that idiot. Daalụ job, but I can't get them. Daalụ nwanne, good morning, everyone. Ha! Bajio. Morning, the YouTube. Same to you, Ego Keki, man. Thank you, my people. We've come again this Sunday morning to, brainstorm on some issues. And as you know, it's Sunday. Please help me share this because today is Sunday special. It's unfortunate that some people will have to bear the brunt of it without our no. Don't be saying more than finals come. That others for Facebook ran away. I don't know, boy hasn't been so fair with you. Man, not only Facebook boy, even the criminals who are exposing, they will be reporting their account massively. Those jobless, lazy Nigerian youths. Hey, and thank you, my brother. Thank you. Now who see road now? Hello. Welcome. So, my people, today, not every program. See, whenever you are enjoying the show, there are people who are angry, like very, very bitter. It's very difficult for me. Have you ever seen me do a show and don't piss a single person off? And if you go to anywhere, they will be talking to you every time without pissing you off or telling you one thing. You have to think twice, or you are allowed to think twice, guys. They are not telling you the truth. So that's just our own thing. It will piss you off, but it must always be the truth. You just have to remove the emotions. Don't get emotional. Look at the facts and see if we are right or not. What I put there, believe me, is going to piss many people off. They are not even going to listen. You look at our people, you find out that they are subjective with the truth. But no. The one thing about truth you can never take out of the question is objectivity. Truth must be objective. That is, I don't have to tell you what I think or how I feel. I don't need to foist it on you. I just have to tell you how it is. Some of them you will like, some you will dislike. But at the end of the day, is whether you agree with me or not, it has to be the truth. And as long as it's the truth, forget it. I will tell it. And most of them who didn't tune in, or some of them who've tuned out already, sorry guys, who've tuned out already, they are going to miss a lot. They will be expecting me to come here and be shouting, Jesus is real, this and that. Whoa, whoa. No, if I want to stir up emotions, I will do a program on Islam. Yes. Yes. Allah is quarantined, just like Jesus was on his resurrection day. The Jews too, their Yehoshua, what do you call them? How do they call it? Yehoshua Yamaha what? Please help me. Everyone, the three Abrahamic religions, 0. Koro baby, 3. 3 for 3. Even the Chinese, their holidays is 4. Everyone, the people that created those things decided to shut them down, put them on break. Do you think this is the first time Europe was locked down, or the whole China? Go check the story of the bubonic plague. Yes. Today they used soldiers. Yehoshua Hamashalak. Agwata some people enwe ndị a na-agaghị agwọta. Yehoshua Hamashalak, my dear, ofu ihe. Chibika, I don't know if you want to come on. If you want to come on, please let me know and I will bring you on. Doshima, if you're hearing me, please indicate and I will bring you on, because we are going to do a deep dive. Most people don't know who that Dr. Arikana is. Yehoshua Al-Mashlak. Man, our people, our people want to be everything but themselves. Tell them they are these ones tomorrow, they will go there. You want to one that country is not good to do against Allah. Turkey, Mohammed is an idiot. Mohammed is a desert robber. He's a pedophile. You think Turkish people give a shit out? Forget the flag. For you don't know anything, forget the flag. No, you are free to say anything you want about Islam in Turkey. No one gives a shit. The people who are going to get offended are the poor people, and they are in the ghetto. Even them, the guy men among them, know the truth. The guy men among them know the truth. Forget that nonsense. Leak a state secret, now you go to jail immediately. Forget this rubbish. Now Africans, they tell that one, oh, you. Okay, my brother, I'll send you the link. That's Jesus' name in Hebrew. English is Jesus. Hebrews do not have J in the alphabet. Neither does English. They just introduced that one. Okay? When they were saying yeah. The Visigoths got Christianity first before these ones in that island. Britain is an island. The people who came over to that place are the people still related to it today. Even the Normans are not even British, they're French. Okay? The few indigenous people left there are fighting for their independence. Like Wales, they can't live there. The Scots, their ruling class sold them out a long time ago. The Irish. Now Ireland is going to reunite if Germany pulls out of the EU, I am going to bet you everything I own that Ireland will reunite within 2 years. My dear, forget the nonsense they are telling people. You get who they tell them. Are you inviting someone, Old Man Sachs? Guys, let me share this in groups. My dear, do they do research? They won't. They're every day reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What do they call them? Influencers? Motivational speakers? For what? So you don't know that jobless people rebranded their trade and called it motivational, giving motivational speeches. Wash. The church, this thing is filled. Obi nna nwoke mkpọ nwa ya Didoshima kpọọ nwa ya sị na nchọrọ ebe a taa mgbe anyị na-emecha na program ka people wee mara Chibuike na messenger gị kpọọ nwa ya. My friend, tell that woman, tell Doshima that I need her here, whatever she's doing. You know, say now we are you the Mariam. Now we are you the Mariam now. That she the offer food, but don't worry, she never see anything. Now she use her hand buy wahala. No, that na better thief for you, the bona, bet confirmed thief. Ezugbo jaguda, criminal, unyoshi, criminal, say thief. Don't worry, I will show you that video. That's not what you are going to learn history today. Some history. Don't worry. Chibuike, come on, let us, because I want to add you before. Okay, maybe I'll add you later. I want to start, guys. Check your churches. Check your mosques. You see the prayers you are doing there? How long have you been doing it? And they're allowing you just one day. One day, decide to go and protest and see what will happen to you. Go and organize a protest and see what will happen to you. You people are seriously going to pray for Nigeria? You think prayers will save Nigeria? You think prayers will save Nigeria? If prayers would have saved Nigerians, your churches would have been closed a long time ago. Hey, fella, talk about these politicians. Did you hear about what he said about the churches and the mosques? Why was he against the churches and the mosques? No, he's not fighting you as a Christian. He is fighting the ideology that made you docile. Because he looked around, he couldn't see the people he will fight with anymore. They are all in the churches and the mosques. Yes? Why should I ever believe in anything? No, I believe in reality. Paul Kennedy, just sit down, pay attention. I know you people will run away. I'm not going to beg you to stay. If you want to help yourself, give me a listening ear. Then if you want to come and debate me or teach me some things I don't know about Christ, like Daddy Freeze is deceiving you people. So it took his endorsement of Bill Gates for some of you to know that he's a fraud. Wait, it took the endorsement of Bill Gates and the VV for some of you to know that he's a fraud. Don't keep on wasting your time there. Keep on wasting your time. Nkakari hypo. Jig. All the bleaches you have in the world. Industrial chemical. Oh, they go here. Don't try this thing, no. Let me talk about nothing like Christianity, neither is there anything like Islam or Judaism, okay? Thank you. Breaking news. Criminal pastors ranting. Breaking news. Which of the songs? Oh, even the fella's father, their family embraced Christianity before you. Just like I was preaching at age 12, when I was 12 years, I was preaching in front of a congregation of the most evangelical arm of the Anglican Church, Evangelical Fellowship in Anglican Communion, EFAC, Jenu Jules. 12 years I was preaching. You see those children you see with the Bibles and they will be preaching the whole anointing, glory flow. Now then I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. Should we take it small? I got okay with one small now. Should I enter in spirit for you to see how people enter in spirit? Eh? Although prayer is good, but God will never do for us one. My brother, you are just waking up. Don't worry. Soon you will enter into Jesus' black. From there, your eyes are opening. You see this? I love it. Go at your own pace. That's the path of spirituality. That's how it works. No, Brady Freeze is a guy who wants to survive. He has a trophy wife. He has a trophy wife. If the trophy wife no bring, wetin him go do? So when that guy invited Johnson Suleiman and they were doing their nonsense, you don't know what happened. That thief, that Suleiman boy, Apostle Sule boy, that criminal, that thief, cunning man, watch his head, watch mine. You see as this place na bad character carry this go back. Now so he own day. Oga, now all of us know wetin dey down. Now we know wetin dey happen. Okay? Ha! My dear, don't go there. In Twitter, a stupid professor said to me and the foolish idiot was telling me that let God fight for you. And I said, how many years have we been? No, my dear, say the much you can and go and rest. You can't save everybody. You can't save everybody. You can't save everybody, okay? And imagine Nigeria mother. They are all the same. They are the same people. You see? Yes. The Christianity apostles were called Christians. Okay, go. Thank you. The philosopher where he says suffer for what he joined for heaven. Amen. That will play. We are already on YouTube. The pastor will not, of course, now. Of course. My daddy is still a pastor. The Bible says, give me to me, it is your life. I asked them question. They could not. No, you want to, they will start delivering you. Hey, my father woke me up one night. Ask him. Those of you that ask him. Woke me up in the middle of the night and started asking me questions. I don't know which of their so-called brothers told him that I was possessed. Ask my father. Those of you who know me, ask my father whether I'm lying or not. Woke me up one midnight and was telling me. He did not ask me if I belong to any secret cult. He just asked me who introduced you into a secret society. I was like, eh? Before, if you see slap, if you see beating, midnight, beating. To save my scale, I had to give him stories. And this man, if you see the type of prayers this man prayed from that day, I stopped. You see the whole respect I had for him, I reduced it. I never abused my father one day. No, they know boy you well. You could use that and kill you. I never abused him for a day. But you see, from that day, I knew that he wasn't intelligent. No, he wasn't smart. My father will preach the Bible and you will give your life to Christ now. But he himself does not even know that he's being confused by people. That religion is my father is call my father, confirm this thing. I'm not lying. My siblings are here. People who know me for call my father, ask him. That was when I was like, so Christianity, you are actually, you see these men that are killing their children, that they are possessed. That is how far the brainwash has gone. Blame it on their pastors. You see, Reverend Stanley Awuzie in DCC Newi. My father took me there with his friend Ogwefi. Steve, hey, I'm supposed to call that man Stephen Ogwefi. If your father worked with NEPA in Onitsha, business unit GRA, 22 Ridge Road, Onitsha, you will know my father, and when you see my father, you see Ogwefi. Both of them took me to Stanley Awuzie. I think he was later made a bishop for deliverance. The man you are taking me to deliver me, every time he's fighting with the wife, they have issue. The woman will be troubling him. He couldn't even save his home. I'm like, and my father, they will be like, man, you know how the devil tempts men of God. They will come with their family, through their families, their wife. Imagine this man with anointing. Stanley Awuzie, when he did the EFAC program, the Great Day of the Lord, EFAC 98, St. Luke's Anglican Church, go, man, go ask questions. When I tell you, I give you dates. The Great Day of the Lord. Freedom Week. During crusade, my father will sew a uniform, traditional uniform for us. We'll come and sing. Just family, sing. I want to tell you how deep I went into Christianity. Be my guest. Be my guest. It's bullshit. Webat Mappa, your father is boring. Type nonsense again, I will block you. If it's not what you want to hear, tune out, leave. You tuned in, just tune out. Guys, I saw her. That night I was just looking at my father to get out of the way, to get myself out of that pain and disaster. I had to lie. I told him, yes, which of your friends introduced you? Anselm. Oh, who is Anselm? I don't know. Ask my father. Go ask him, call him. Chibo, then if you are very close to me, call me. I will give you my father's number. Tell him that I told you to ask him. He will laugh and say, I this boy. Forget that nonsense. We've all been there. We've all been there. I was born into a fact. Ha! St. Christopher's. St. Christopher's. Ha! Ephraim St. Andrew. St. Andrews. Christ Church. Ị chọrọ ịnwa m na catechism? Ngwa pụta na ka nwa catechism anyị na zulite nwata ka Dr. Watts ke nke ịchọ ka nsi zawa gị ekpere na abụ ana m asa ya asa ọ ikwuo ya mbupe ya Bible ntie aka nya wa gwa gị ebe ọ dị kwuo be nwa na Bible m nya wa ya gosi gị gịnị my people fraud. Let me leave this one and go straight to the last comment and play the video we came here to show. Forget that he freeze. He's a thief. He's a scam artist, not pure guy man. If you bring better deal, 40, 40, 20, he go give you self. He go give you as a now confirmed criminal. Criminal. You don't even know what you are doing. I listened to you the other day saying there is no God or Satan. I don't have to, man. Go to primary one. Please, nursery class, educate. Where did Doshima educate this one? Doshima herself now lecturer. Now she's a lecturer. Doshima now is a lecturer. Who will I give to you? Hi. No, that is this my brother. I don't want them to block his account because you people will block his account. You know those visiting lecturers that when they come to the class, everybody will be serious, eh? Yes, people like them, I have them many. Onyebuchi, jide go to or your gay. When Onyebuchi gets hold of you, he will try to teach you. If you refuse, he will finish you, then throw you to the dogs. Man, take this nonsense away. Don't do very sincere. My brother, don't ask me what I believe. Just watch me. Watch me. Don't ask me. Just watch me. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be like yourself. Be like yourself. You be yourself. Don't be me. If you follow me, you'll be like me. Why do you think I hate getting involved in all these large groups and associations? No, I don't want you to sound like me because you are not the same. Maybe you are not even, if we trace our ancestry for 4,000 years ago, you are not even anywhere near my area, near my lineage. Forget that we may be Nigerians today. 4,000 years ago, where were your ancestors? Where were mine? So why would you even ask me that question? Man, you don't enter court now. Court. You don't enter court. Don't bring you for court. You don't join court to be that. You don't join court. Illuminati. Illuminati don't join. Don't worry. Are you telling me? Breaking news. Kai. Now we have Thunder Fire Ministry. Just make up any name is already the name of the church. Try registering. Please go to Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. Try to register a church name and see. Try registering a church name or anything under religion. Try it and see if there are still names left. Go. Well. Leave. They will know. Please let us start with the video we came to show today. Kate. I should stop hissing. It doesn't fit you. It's only women that hiss. Really? See, when you get me angry, when I get angry, I will draw it. Why? Oh, I can't do it now because it just comes naturally. It's not like the church where you enter into the spirit when you want and jump out when you want. When I get angry, if I do it, you know, 7 days in the first stack. One day I went to buy something. That day they were, you know, those people, they are very lazy. Very lazy. They were wasting my time, wasting my time. One girl was there. She tried it. I showed her. Then the final goal was at Apple Junction, Chicken Republic. All these girls that come. Then I spoke this in Igbo. In Igbo, no, would this girl buy all these things? Why is she just wasting our time? And she turned, instead of replying me in Igbo, she was using English and trying to raise voice. This and that. I look at her. Man, if you see, I know that the thing went into her heart and dragged it like this. Pure. She wanted to. I said, in Wakwanam, don't try. Come on. If you see the way the girl became calm, it took her less than 2 minutes to get out of there. Don't try me, oh. No, but you try that you get no problem. No, in one. Okay, model. It's not fucking Dagati. If you don't like what you hear, please take your butt away from this page. Hey, my brother, I will not read the last one, but you're right. You're right. Don't come here if we are not going to make it in a way you will. No, we tell you the way you need to hear it. disagree with us today, no problem. We are not going to fight you. No, we are not like the Christians or the Muslims who will use guns and impale you on a spike. You actually know that Christianity was given to your ancestors by force. I hope you know that one. They did not accept it like Jesus Christ going through the apostles. You know that. You know that the missionaries did not preach this salvation to your people in a very polite manner. No, you will die if you refuse to accept it. Then after 400 years, you and I are today shouting, hallelujah, what is the Lamb? Amen. My dear, leave these people. Let us go to this thing, to what we came to teach today. Please, let's get to what we came to learn today. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. You will still learn. Don't worry. You will hear it here. Let me make sure I have this thing. I have it here now. Let me share the screen, people. Yeah. Well, I don't want to be too small there.
Dr. Arikana I am the African Union Ambassador to the United States of America. Our offices are located on 1640 Wisconsin Avenue, Northwest in Washington, D.C. I am here as your ambassador with two main mandates. The first one is to promote Africa in the Americas, and the second one is to galvanize the African diaspora to participate in the development of Africa. Who are the African diaspora? According to the African Union definition, African diaspora are all people of African descent living outside Africa. The 55 African heads of states understand very clearly that in order for Africa to take its rightful place on the world stage, in order for sustainable development to come to Africa, the African diaspora must be front and center of that conversation. So it is precisely why I'm here to have a conversation with you all, my fellow brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. As you all know,
my people, see this woman. She was removed from her position because she's threatening the powers that rule Africa. Watch her name. Yeah, brother, I'm live. I don't know what this HE means. Is it Her Eminence? I don't know. Dr. Arikana Chiwoborekwao, African Union Ambassador to the USA. You saw where she introduced herself, right? So I want you to be hearing the whole thing. Most people don't just skip these videos. Her videos, all of her videos, you should have them, save them, and play it to your children, especially your children who are in secondary schools. Play it to them. The history they will learn from this woman, they will not learn it if they school for 25 years, both in and outside of Africa. Meanwhile, what she's saying is just, you think it's deep history. No, it's not. We'll go deep into history. We will go deep into history and tell you things that you don't know. Okay? Things no one will tell you. Many people talk about the Berlin Conference, this and that and this, without knowing it. Even the videos you are watching about the Berlin Conference is not even going into the nitty-gritty of the whole thing. Mind you, the people, if those videos we are going to tell you 5% of the truth, they would have taken the channel down. And it's a white man giving it to you. Those white men are white men who heard from other white men. White men who heard from other white men. Maybe they heard from their friends whose fathers worked for the people who went there. The people who told them their own great-grandfathers were servants in those people's homes. The secrets, they will not say it around the servants. No. Those one, maybe when they are drunk, they just hear some things, then they go and tell to their children. Their children will start reading some books and will think they know history. No, they don't. They don't. We are going to go deep into the thing today. You will hear some things that will shake you, that will shake your faith. You see, I could have just waited and said, oh, now let me not add religion to it so I don't piss some people off. No, I want to tell you the truth. They are not separate. Yes, so the same people gave you these two things and they gave you those things for a reason. You understand? To keep you docile. Don't worry. We are going to get into the real history here.
I was appointed by Chairman Zuma, the former chair of the African Union. And currently, our new chair is His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat. He took office 2 years ago. Both of them are also very clear about the need for the African diaspora to participate in the development of Africa. Madam Zuma, on my last conversation with her, she jokingly said, you know, my sister, the African diaspora are a very diverse population. Unfortunately, children of Africa who don't really get along, who don't understand each other, who don't like.
That thing she said is true. Unfortunately, children of Africa, we don't get along, we don't understand each other. Why? Because you've been divided long before you came to Europe. Do you think a Nigerian will be feeling safer in Ghana than in London? No. Or you think a Ghanaian will feel safer in Nigeria than in USA? No. No. That is how deep the brainwash went. That is how easy it is for them today to destroy you people and make this one go to war against these people. Nigeria did Ghana must go, right? Now, some Ghanaians are repaying you back. You are complaining too much, but you've forgotten Ghana must go. In fact, you gave a bag, the cheapest bag in Nigeria. You gave it that name, Ghana must go, because that was the bag the Ghanaians were buying then. And do you notice that when those things were happening, the rich Ghanaians, no one touched them because in their neighborhoods, their neighbors don't have any problem with it. Go to Surulere, all the Ghanaians that owned homes in Surulere, did any of them lose their homes? No. All the ones that had good jobs, did any of them lose their jobs? No, because they are living in a nice environment. Rich people, they couldn't confuse them there. Why? How do you think they could confuse the rich people of today? It's only the poor people. Now in Ghana, when they say they are fighting Nigerians, they are killing Nigerians, look at the neighborhood. Look at the neighborhood. You don't see them fight in highbrow areas in Accra and Kumasi. No. Go and check. It's usually where you people call middle class. Those days, those people are just the working class neighborhoods. But where the so-called rich people, they are not rich, because when they have one health disaster, the whole money will go. Did you hear that? No. You don't see such a thing there. Check, is the same thing everywhere. The people who start these problems are just poor people. Even when they are rioting in any country, even in South Africa. Why don't they riot in those rich areas in Pretoria, Port Elizabeth, all these people, all those places? Why? Why? Because the rich will always control the poor. Yes. Now you people carry the same thing to abroad. You go there, you don't. In Turkey, sometimes they will tell you, man, again and the Cameroon, you and Cameroonians, the way you people are, it's because of Mama Ejima. Really? So, if not for Mama Ejima, you wouldn't be seeing me with the Cameroonians? Are you serious? But you people are going to those places to look for living things. Yes. Africans, even in Nigeria now, you see someone, hey, all these Hausa Fulani people, whoa. If they leave you that fine Fulani girl, I am. Those of you in Abuja know what I'm talking about. Those of you in Kano, those of them that lived in Guzo those days, you see, they don't even pay attention to all those things. God, they had many Fulani girlfriends and Hausa girlfriends. And some of your sisters, they'll be dating them, they'll be hiding. Why? How you were wired. Yoruba people, all these, many of them have Ghanaian girlfriends. When it gets to that one, no, they don't remember all those ones. When they come to the church, hey, this is our church sister. In this, no, unite under an African cause. Because that sister, when she stops coming to your church, you start, oh, Ghanaian people, that's how they do. Or Nigerians. Are you seeing it? I was in Omun, you now. Tell yourself the truth. You are the ones holding yourselves. It's easy for you to go and marry an Italian, a British, but you marrying from your fellow, you see them, I came with a white woman. Go and check. Those of them that came back in around in late 2000s, where are those women now? Where are their kids? Are you seeing them? Are you still seeing them? Where are they? Some of them, their children. You see what their children are doing now. They want to bring it back home and force it on you. Do you know why some of them can't bring their children back home? Because they don't want their sons to come back and start toasting other boys. Yes. The girls, come on, they've been doing it, but we've been doing as if we don't see them. You keep on pretending. See, let's leave this nonsense. So what she's saying, no, it is the brainwash that's still working. And if you don't address that issue, it will not end and Africa will not be free. You think I'm coming here to knock Christianity? No, I'm coming here to knock everyone. Some of them who tuned in have run away. We don't care. We'll keep on saying the truth. It's their loss, not ours.
Like each other sometimes, but be it as it may, she did have hope that if we continue to engage each other, if we continue to understand each other, maybe, just maybe, we would see enough reason to come together, put aside our differences, and speak with one voice, one continent, one Africa. So that is why I am here. And in order for us to begin to understand each other, in order for us to begin to engage each other in a meaningful conversation, first we must ask ourselves the question, how did we get here? How did Africa end up where Africa is? Allow me to take you to 1884, Berlin Conference.
You hear that Berlin Conference? Do you know the former? Please, I want them to start calling it the old name, Congo Conference. Congo Conference, a conference that was named Congo Conference with no single African on the table. Don't worry. The modern history of Europe is being shrouded in mystery. And it's because they don't want their people to know the truth. Even our own people, they don't want us to know the truth. Your own people are there pulling down monuments in America. Hey, it's a Confederate flag. No, go and check the names of those people on that monument. They are the names of the great-great-grandfathers of the people who are sponsoring you to put those things down, because when you remove the name, now their names will be erased from slavery, and you will not know that their corporations are built on the backs of your ancestors. Leave it there. Stop trying to remove those monuments. You are erasing history, and that history is clearing a crime scene. No, leave it the fuck there. Leave it alone. Call it the Congo Congress. Berlin Conference, no. Call it by that name, and you will know why and what happened. You will see it. Yeah, well, very soon it will be Beijing Conference, of course. They call them in Beijing Conference. You saw what the Chinese did them. The African Conference they called in Beijing. No African was sitting anywhere along the front row. If you see where they gave them a seat, back there. Now you know why they were treating your people like animals. They know that you can't do anything. You think if I came with the ambassador of Nigeria to China, in that place you call it an African conference, we are not even sitting anywhere near the high table. It is the Communist Party rulership there. Then you see the members of the public brew in VIP areas. Then your people were men. I will walk out and I will sort any African still sitting as I'm getting up. Shame on all of you, and I will create a scene that will make everybody live there. But come on, you know why people like you can get to power? You will see things, my people. Kai, we are going to show you things today. You go off. History.
November of 1884 to February of 1885, our colonizers met to discuss how to make sure that Africa and its children are forever defeated and dominated.
Do you hear that African and its children were forever defeated and dominated? Don't worry, you will know why everything we've been telling you that are working against you are actually working against you. You will know why, and you will see how. You will see it. Well, let me see if my brother is in the studio. Oh, Chibike, but you are not here. You are not in the studio yet. Let's get to this one. You will see it.
Africa is a large continent home to immense culture and history. Surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea to the north.
Are you seeing it? The Mediterranean Sea to the north. The Europeans. Are you seeing it? The Greeks came first. You see these things? These are Greek islands. They came first. They are closest to here. The ones there, this is Italy. The Latin, this thing. You know, when you are talking about the Latin, of course, you count the so-called barbaric tribes. Germania. Before Rome rose, power was here. Power was here. And even as at then, Africans, blacks, this is Spain and Portugal. Africans still inhabit all these places. This place is Italy now. Around there is Albania. The Mediterranean Sea. You are not there, brother. I'm not seeing you. Chibike, let me see. Okay, you are there now. You just came in.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. My brother, I'm coming. Let me stop this screen sharing.
Okay.
Okay, now let me share. Move to the other device.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me see if it will work this way. Okay, it will. Rather, you and I will have to be in the small frame. Let's watch.
The Indian Ocean.
You see the Indian Ocean. Don't worry, this is a history for another day.
The southeast, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west.
Atlantic Ocean here. And these other oceans flow to this place. And of course, you are supposed to know the map of Africa by now. Let's continue.
It is the world's second largest and second most populous continent. It contains...
I don't understand why it is just the world's second largest continent. Believe me, the shape, the size of Africa, we don't know. Go and check what they tell you is the distance between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. I made the mistake of taking a road trip as a road trip lover. Took a road trip from Abidjan to Accra. My dear, if I knew it was that long. Then after I started checking how they built the road and everything, there's not too significant difference there. Yet it's that long. And they are telling me it's just how many kilometers? I know Nigerian roads, how they are, and what it will take you to go from Calabar to Sokoto. Meanwhile, Abidjan to Accra, you are telling, man. Don't worry. Meanwhile, you see all these places used to be Africa before. This is Saudi Arabia. This is the Persian Gulf around here. Saudi Arabia, Iran, and co. Even, man, all these places, you will see how they got separated from Africa and when. Don't worry.
It's 54 countries and is extremely diverse in terms of ethnicity and language. The borders of these countries were largely decided by European nations during the late 19th.
You see your countries, whatever name is bearing, was given to you by the Europeans, except for I think 3 or 4 African countries, or 6, 7, that still bear their original names, and those names were even the names given to them by the kings that came to power very much later. We are talking about thousands of years ago. That's the later we are talking about. So you don't know how long your people have been living there. We are the ancient of days. We don't just say it because we want to brag. We've been there. Oh, please, let's continue.
An early 20th century in what is known as the scramble for Africa.
You see, they put a photo of Thomas Sankara, and I think this is Queen this thing of Ethiopia. It's not Shiva.
The Sahara.
Yes, you're right. Ethiopian Ocean was changed to Atlantic Ocean. That people don't know that Ethiopia used to come, Nigeria, the Benin Kingdom and Ethiopia used to have a common border, and it stretched to this place. Here is Congo. Don't worry, we are coming. You will see these things.
Is a defining feature of Africa, the largest desert in the world. The Sahara's sheer size and magnitude acted as a major obstacle for communication.
This is another place we need to start digging. Why are African rulers allowing white people to be exploring these sands, the sands of the Sahara? This place used to be inhabited by people. You see how the waters in Egypt and Tunisia, the rest of them, the way there are cities hidden there. Let's go back. Hold on, please. Wait.
And second most populous continent. Surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea to the north,
I'm coming.
Africa is a large continent.
Wait.
Home to immense culture and history. Surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea to the north.
You see all these places. To these places. The Greeks, if If it's today, the Greeks wouldn't have come from here to here with the technology they had then. But because this place was closer to this place. Are you seeing this thing? If you notice, this thing separated from here. Just like all these ones separated from every other place. All these things used to be together. That was why you had black people in these lands long before the first European ever came here. Are you seeing it? These places used to be cities very close to it, but they are now buried underwater. They are now buried underwater. We don't have seismologists. Our meteorologists are all trained by these people. You think they will tell them the right thing? I don't know who is calling me with all. Hello? People. Are you understanding, my people? All this place, that's how this Sahara. Where's that Sahara? This place, you see the way the water, this is a desert. The ocean is a desert too. It's a wet desert. This is a dry desert. Things buried here. Why are we allowing white people to explore them and not our own explorers? Supposedly, my people, sorry. What happened? Oh. Man. Sorry. I don't know what happened though. My lights are off. What? Sorry, guys. I just wanted to charge something now. Hold on.
I'll wait for Kurt to go call on.
One day I'm going to come just report.
Okay.
You just report. Sorry. No, sorry, I'm fixing it right now. I'm fixing it right away. Man, it's now becoming one day one trouble. Sorry, guys, I'm coming. Sorry, guys, the lights are back, man. Let me turn on this phone. The lights are back. So, my people, our own people should be exploring these places. Why don't black people explore the deserts in Europe? Do you know that Europe have their own deserts? But only their people are the ones digging things up there, just like in the Middle East. Why? We need to stop it. Now let's get into the thing proper.
Size and magnitude acted as a major obstacle for communication, trade, and exchange of ideas. However, there is evidence of Roman expeditions and explorations who were able to move across the desert and into the interior of Africa with the aim to secure sources of gold, salt.
No, he did not start with the Romans. No, he should have started with the Greeks. They want to give you a backdrop of what happened before the Berlin Conference was called. No, they should have started with the Greeks, not the Romans. Okay? They should have started with the Greeks, the Greek invasion of North Africa, which happened long before the Romans. The Romans conquered the Greeks, later came and conquered Africa. When the Greeks and the Romans were fighting, Africans were trying to secure their land. You see this Spain. You see, this is Spain. Even when the Romans took over Greece, Africans were still ruling Spain. Yes, it was the tribal wars of Africa, the intra-wars, the intra-tribal wars was what made Africa to lose all these places. Then they started arming one side to fight the other. Before you know what's happening, they started driving in. No, it did not start with the Romans. Please, let's start with the Greeks. Okay?
And spices. For centuries, Arabs also maintained trade relations with the vast empires of West Africa, such as the Ghana and Mali Empire, establishing trade routes that secured gold.
Kate Durugo, if you maybe you should try asking that to your pastors. If I give you anything, go do your own research. Don't expect me to do everything for you. If this class is too much for you, tune out or I will block you. You have another device there. Do your own research too. So I should start telling you the date one after the other. Okay, start with your Bible. When someone talk now, it seems as if we want to insult you. Are you serious? If you are a fake account, say and let me block you. Wait, let me even check. Hold on, guys. It's a fake account. Guys, go report that account, please. Help me report that account. It's a fake account. Guys, just go report it as fake. It's these people. These criminals we are exposing is one of them. Please go report the account as a fake account. Report it as a fake account, please. Now them. Report it as a fake account. So let's continue, my people. It started with the Greeks, not the Romans. And you know these people, if you want to know the real truth, come to Turkey, I will show you. I will show you. You will learn the history of Byzantium, the Byzantines. Don't worry. We know them. It did not start with the Romans, please. It's with the Greeks. And you see this place in Ghana? No, not just Ghana. Do you know that this whole place, the whole place from here to here, used to be called Guinea? In the early 18th century, the French used to call them Guinea. All these places. And they had their trading posts here. I mean, the French and the British. Don't worry, we will just give you the history.
Ivory and slaves. The Portuguese began expeditions down the west coast of Africa in the 15th century. And
yes, the Portuguese came first. They started coming down from here. Meanwhile, they were meeting with these people here. From here, they started moving. Look at all these islands. They started moving. Then they met great wealth here. They did not start fighting with these people because those people there were so armed and too strong for them to fight. Now they started coming there. Meanwhile, the Portuguese started trading and giving people things they need for what the Portuguese started shipping arms to Africa very early. They are the first arm dealers that started dealing in arms with Africa. Yes. Yes. Then one kingdom will buy guns and fight another one, this and that. Then when the British and the French came, they saw that opening, then exploited it. Armed you fight each other, weaken each other, then they will swoop in and clear everyone, make everyone slave. They made everyone a slave. Then put kings over you. Armed them. Those people will not cross them, but they will keep you in line. This is what you are still suffering from today. You think you have a government. Think again.
History tells us of the profound effect that followed. During the 1480s, the explorer Diogo Ko was the first to establish contact with the Congo Kingdom, situated south of the Congo River.
You see this Congo kingdom they are talking about, this Congo, till date, they've never left Congo alone and they will never leave Congo alone. This place, why didn't they go here? Before they even started with the Congolese, they've been trading with the Benin Empire, with the kings in Benin, in Mali, and all these places. They've been trading with them before Congo. Congo was much, much later. Before they started going to these places, all these places around here, this Central Africa. In West Africa here, they've made contact with the Benin Empire. Let me tell you, the Obas, the old kings of Benin, the old kings of Benin ruled here. They even controlled this Niger. You know, when they tell you that the Atlantic Ocean was Ethiopian Ocean, it could be true. Why? This place used to be Ethiopia too. And these kings you are seeing, for them to have made contact with these people, that means this man was trying to usurp the power of the Ethiopian king. Mind you, as at then, they had their own issues. The Portuguese came through here before they. Now, why didn't the narrator tell us what happened in all these places? Wait, let's go back a little bit. Now, you just came from here to this place? No, things happened along these areas. The 40 trading posts were here, around here. Nigeria today is here. See Nigeria, this is River Benue and River Niger. Are you seeing it? See the Nigerian, this thing here. Then here used to be Biafra. It is Central African Republic. Ethiopia, all of this place used to be Ethiopia. This Congo, this is the Congo you are talking about. From here to here used to be Ethiopia also. And I will tell you where it stretched to. Before they even answered Ethiopia, they were Axiom. Then long before Axiom, you will see, don't worry, we are coming. Back to the place, hold on.
The Congo Kingdom, situated south of the Congo River. The Congo Kingdom was eager to make use of Portuguese teachers and craftsmen, and the Congo kings allowed Catholic missionaries to work among their people. The Portuguese traded guns, cloth, and other European.
Are you seeing it? The Portuguese traded guns, cloth, and other European this thing. But before then, these people, if they need clothing, they could have bought from Ethiopia. Are you getting it? So people will hear this and they will think that the Portuguese brought you people clothes. Huh? Before the Portuguese came, the Ethiopians have been making contact with the other people in the North Africa and those ones Europe. Those people have been making garments long before the very first Greek strayed into Africa. Are you understanding me? Are you getting it? Watch it again. Now watch. This is the coming of the Portuguese portrayed here. See the Portuguese here. The king that is here, do you realize that this person is already enslaving his own people before these people came? And he wasn't naked. Do you think these people brought them the first clothes? Huh? Go to Igbo land, people of Akwete. Were the Europeans the ones clothing them? Ask yourself, if your people had no clothes, how were they surviving under the rain before the white people came? How were they surviving the cold weather? Do you know that Africa used to be cooler than it is now? Do you know that the Sahara Desert used to be a lush fertile ground? What was the temperature then? Now, what were Africans wearing before the white people came? I don't know if you are getting it. This is the history they are denying our people. Many people are going to miss this. Why? Because you added it, Christianity added it for a purpose. If only 5 people will hear the truth and know it and be free, let only 5 people hear it. My brother Chibik, I don't know if you want to jump in or should I continue?
Okay. The issue is that I greet everybody that is in the platform. Yeah, the problem is that our people, we don't apply logic to things that happen. Take, for instance, we only make assumption of things based on what we are being told. But at times, it's just somebody may tell you something, but you have your own ways of seeing it. That I show you something, or maybe I tell you something. You have your eye, you have your sense of reasoning. You balance everything logically to know whether what is being told, whether it is true. Take, for instance, like you're saying here now, we have been conditioned to believe that if not that the advent of the Europeans, the Portuguese or other European nation brought us to where we are in terms of civilization, which is a very big lie. Okay. Let me just dive into the Bible history somehow and come out again. It is just like Bible history. We have been conditioned through the Bible history. The only place, the ancient world we know is just within Greek, Egypt, and within the Mesopotamian region.
Yes.
And we have lived with this history. Take, for instance, in our present day, we do hear of the China, we do hear of the Indians, we do know of America, and some part of Europe, which are not included. And we never question, or even sub-Saharan Africa, because it's not also not included. And we've never questioned, where was all this land? Where all this land? Okay. Take, for instance, like I used to reason according to how we have been conditioned. I used to think based on all those things that maybe sub-Saharan Africa was still under the ocean, that it has not yet come out. Because there was no land map according to all the area where we live today. So, but at a point, I begin to reason to see that this is just a story given to short sight, our mind. Now, let's look at it from this side. Even in the present day, we do hear of Atlantic Ocean. We hear many names that are according to Atlantic, Atlantis, Atlanta. And now, still, to the extent when we begin to hear of Atlantis, we still call it a myth, a mythology. When we hear the history of Atlantis, we take it as a mythology because of the subconscious mind that has been conditioned so long. But it's not an excuse. This is the age of information. We have to wake up, feel free and question everything. Take, for instance, now from the way I do say things. Once I've had Atlantis, there's a city called Atlantis, a civilization that nurtured the civilization. Now, where my mind will go, okay, this could be the reason why we hear of Atlantic Ocean. This could be the reason why we hear of a place in America called Atlanta. We should know that all these things are attributed to it. And another thing, listen, when you look into the history of Atlantis, you see that is a civilization that predates even the biblical civilization that predates it. Now, that will widen our knowledge. Okay, now, for us to know that there are more to know, one. And another thing, it will make us to know that it's not everything that we have been told that we have to believe immediately, that we have to check it. We have the right to have a logical approach to everything. So that is by the way, coming to all these things here now, these things will make us to understand that our story, our civilization is more than what we have been conditioned to believe, in the sense that we should not keep it in the hand of foreigners who came into our land to begin to tell us our story. Because if we hand it into the hand of these explorers, now if we put it into their hand, then are we trying to insinuate or assume that before these people came, we were just like gorillas, primates, our ancestors like a gorilla. Because in as much as we are Christians, we don't believe in evolution. But we believe that without these people coming, we wouldn't have been where we are. That means we still succumb to evolution somehow. Because most of us in our mind, according to how they have been, how they have conditioned us to believe, we still succumb to that evolution of from ape to human. So because of what, we don't take reasoning into our hand. We don't take our right to check everything. It is our right to check, to accept. In our own way of reasoning in our within our own circle, we have that right to check. I have to check before I accept what you're saying. But when it comes to the way we have been conditioned, some of the curriculums that we study in the school and everything, all that we have been conditioned from the Western civilization, we throw away that our right to balance it, to check our inalienable right as human to check. Okay, like we are saying here now, it's just like you come again. All this thing you are saying here now, yeah, I'm grateful most of us are beginning to wake up to begin to calibrate towards it. It's just like we have been conditioned to believe that in those days our ancestors used to do, what do you call it? Killing of twins or human sacrifice or all those things.
I don't know where they did it in my place because there is
Exactly.
no evidence in my place showing that it happened.
Exactly.
And many people are repeating that. All the people that are saying this nonsense, I've asked them, please, where are these places located in your place? Mazi is my man, but this Christian thing he is against is my problem. My brother, if you have problem with the truth, don't say you have a problem with me. You have a problem with the truth.
Okay.
Are you hearing me? You
Yeah.
have a problem with reality. I have no problem with you. If you think you have a problem with me, please go check yourself.
Exactly.
You have a problem with the truth. I'm not your problem. Please, my brother, carry on.
Okay. The person who said that, let me make it clear to him. I didn't come on the maybe to say things that will sweet you. If it takes telling you the truth to offend you, let it be. So let it be. So coming back again, it is still the same people with their advent and all their decorated religious lies. They told us that we sacrifice twins, and we buy into all those bullshit. And then you check it. In our culture, there's something we say, the ritual we do play whenever
My
one of the
brother, hold
twins dies.
on. If Adigo Charles, this is the last time I will tolerate nonsense from you on this topic. Please, the link is here. I will send you the link. You come on. Come, let us prove each other wrong. Okay? I'm not running from a debate. You guys are the ones running away. I will send you the link now. Now. I will post the link. Please, nobody else should click on the link. Come here. Let us prove each other right and wrong. Because it has come to a stage where opinion don't matter. Your opinion is not needed here. Mine is not needed. We are now talking on facts. With facts and evidence. Please come on now and prove me wrong. You have see the link. Please copy the link and come on. Then stop disturbing people in the comment section. Come on live. I'll give you the opportunity. Or tell your pastors or the people that are teaching you that nonsense to invite me. Okay? Tell your people who are teaching you the rubbish you think you know. Tell them to invite me or they come here. Call them on the phone right now. My brother, carry on.
Yeah. So what I'm saying in essence is what? There's a ritual that is being played whenever one of the twins die in order to separate the spirit according to the way it is in our culture or spirituality. Like I've engaged in argument with somebody who was trying to nurture that notion that we do kill twins in those days, this and happen. And even they went to an extent of telling me the twin brothers in our community that they were separated because of this reason. One was picked and adopted in another village and all those things. And I look at them, I see there's something, a resemblance that show that they are the ones better. The only thing I came up with is that it is a fear. Whenever rumor had been sold, it could be out of fear. Now, I asked the person, in our culture, do we have that ritual to separate twins once one die? And they make a separation of their spirit because for the fear that the other may be affected. What happened to the dead one may happen to the one living. They say, yes, it's okay. When did this, for how long this ritual of separating the spirit of twins, for how long has it been existing? He said, you don't know, from time immemorial. So, okay, good. If it is from time immemorial, when did the killing of twins squeeze into? When did this squeeze into? How do we reconcile two of them?
Please just reserve that one. Let us continue. My brother, it is not a fight. You people have emotional problem. I'm not fighting with you. Please, after the lockdown, call me. You come to Trump Towers. I don't like Javahir that much. Come to Trump Towers or invite me in your area. I will come. If I have many friends, I will meet. I think you're living around the same youth. Call me then. Let us see. It is not a fight. You are in Istanbul. Don't worry. Come, I will take you somewhere. These are public places, you know, but you don't know what are in there. You see that Taksim Square you're seeing? That is the center city of Galatia. This Galatia you're reading in the Bible, it is there. When you came, they told you that they will show you where they killed Stephen, right? In Turkey. My brother, since you've been walking around that place, did you see anything other than the Galatian palace? Then when you go down, you see the Galatian tower. That was the ancient place people were gathering, making speeches. My brother, I'm happy you are in Turkey. It is not a fight. I'm not quarreling with you. I'm just showing you facts and figures. My brother, please, let's go back to the video and continue with the teaching.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. My brother, mute your mic.
Yeah.
The Portuguese traded guns, cloth, and other European luxuries for slaves who were captured by the conquerors.
Now, they're telling you that they traded this there for slaves. No, they were giving the king this thing. Now, that one was giving him his own people, selling his people to them. Do you know the type of people they were giving to the Portuguese? The doctors. Because Spain, you see, got civilized very early. Not because of the Romans or the Greeks coming in, no, because Africans were living there. They've been exchanging things. Please go and check the history of Spain. And by that time, these Portuguese, you're seeing, Europeans were already at war with each other. Now the Portuguese started doing their own. Do you know what destroyed the Portuguese Empire? It was a disaster, the Lisbon disaster. Wait, let me show you. Let me show you what destroyed the Portuguese Empire. Hold on. This is Lisbon earthquake of 1855. What you see, this earthquake, this is what destroyed these people. Lisbon earthquake. This is what destroyed the place and destroyed their kingdom. That was when the French and the British, the French first, mostly the French, started. It's like a 2 minutes and 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 54 seconds video. Let me show you something. You see, those of you that do go surfing you go to Portugal for surfing. You see that gigantic body of water you're seeing there. That day it's opened. They told you that Moses divided the Red Sea. No. The seas have been dividing from time immemorial, just like the earth has been dividing. Are you seeing this thing? Are you seeing these places? When you match this with this, it will stick. You move this to this, it will stick. Move this to this, you move this to here. The other continent, South America, when you bring it to fix it here, is the same shape. Go and check the map of South America. You bring it to this place, you bring it in and fold it in, it will collapse into one. That day, the water parted itself. They start, you will see the ocean bed, the ocean floor. You will see old buildings where people have been living. Shipwrecks, the ships that are wrecked. Things that are in the bottom of the ocean. It opened, then it came back. Go and read this. They've been singing. Go and learn their languages, please. Learn their languages, it will help you. You meet the people. These people have been measuring things, and the scientists they had then knew it was going to happen. They left. Do you know what they took? Maps. It was the maps that they started selling to the French monarchs, to all these people. Because the Portuguese, as you're seeing, they met with even the Arabs and the Africans. Yes, Spain. Even as these people started, by the time they started coming, Spain had been Islamized. And do you know about Barbarossa? You think Turkey is a small country? Don't worry. Buy me Takova's boots and a very good hat, cowboy's hat. Bring it to me if you are traveling to Nigeria or anywhere, have a stopover in Turkey. Bring me that a pair of Takova's boots and that hat. Then I will show you something. I will show you around the town. Show you things that even Nigerians here don't know. Don't worry. The Portuguese, if not for that disaster, they wouldn't have lost power. When they lost that power, they knew that they had to choose between holding their place or holding on to Brazil. Man, they chose Brazil over their country. Yes, they chose Brazil over they go to Brazil today, they are still the ones ruling Brazil. Bolsonaro is a European ruling Brazil. Then you check his lineage, he is connected to the people who owned the Portuguese Empire. These are thugs, these are pirates. These kings, don't worry. Don't worry, you will learn their history one day. Mind you, we are coming.
Ongoing wars against rival kingdoms. By the 17th century, Portugal.
We see this thing, when you collapse this into here, are you seeing it? You look at the shape here, look at the shape here. It will collapse into one. It will collapse. These ones, we see this one, when you take this one, it will fold into here. Watch these things. That's the earth. Are you seeing this one? This is the UK. This is the UK. Are you seeing it? Watch.
And other European powers began to settle along the coast of Africa. Europeans would buy slaves in Africa, transport them to the Americas, and exchange.
But that was long. There's this one, they are just missing the timeline. Europeans will buy slaves in Africa and export them to them. They are jumping the timeline. Are you seeing why they will not tell you your true history? Did they just bypass the Malians around here? Huh? The people there, did they just bypass them? Means Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, and Co. All these people then came here. Equatorial Guinea is around here anyway. But are you telling me that they missed all these people, Senegal and Co? The Benin Empire used to stretch to this place. Then when these people started fighting them back, it started shrinking. Then the other people started from North Africa. It started shrinking. Not here anywhere, not here. This is a map of Africa. They will never got to here, please. Nigeria map is here, somewhere around here. Then the kingdom started shrinking from here. This is just not a small place. Please, don't mind the image. It's for you to feed the screen. Let's continue.
On the coast of Africa, European.
Please let me remove this thing so our people will be able to see this thing. So they're able to see the screen very well.
Europeans would buy slaves in Africa, transport them to the Americas, and exchange them for valuable goods like sugar, coffee, and tobacco, which were then sold at premium prices in Europe.
Now they will tell you the Europeans, but the Portuguese never got to this place. No, it was the Spaniards. Now, do you know why Spain knew about this thing? Because they had the maps the Portuguese had. Spain and Portugal basically at that time merged into one. Yes. Okay. They became one. Are you getting it? They would take things there, not just slaves, mineral resources, gold and everything, not just slaves. You mean those people saw those kings with the gold they've been mining and left them? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, they were Iberia.
Arguably, between the 16th and 18th century, over 12 million Africans were enslaved and transported in harsh conditions to work on plantations in the Americas.
To work on plantation in the Americas. My people, the very first people were not the peasants that were working in these places. No, there were people instructing them. The blacks that owned their lands and everything. Some of them were not, many of them were not even treated as slaves. The wholesale slavery, this thing came after they started building their mega ships. Those times they were stealing doctors, people who are building homes. And see, your people were building these things at that time, in case you don't know. Why do you think you have more black inventors in alone than the whole Africa combined together, even though they were not allowed to read and write as at then? Because they drained your continent of smart people, the same thing they're still doing today, and you are applauding. Keep on listening.
In the south of Africa, the first European settlement was established by the Dutch East India Company, where merchants used the...
You see, the Dutch East Indian Company. What about the Dutch West Indian Company? What about the Dutch West Indian Company? Do you know the people that formed it? They are still the same people that control the US Federal Reserve. The J people of Europe, they were expelled in Portugal. Then the next year they were expelled in Spain. They went and founded the Netherlands. That's why you have the Dutch West Indian Company and the Dutch East India Company. Do you realize it now? The same people, the J people, people in Amsterdam, tell me, bear me witness, till date, nobody will challenge the J people in Amsterdam. When they tell you that, don't you know that Spain helped found the Netherlands? No, they were not real Spaniards. They were the J. The people who adopted the J this thing in Portugal and Spain. They were expelled in Portugal. The next day they were expelled in Spain. Let me show you how those people come. Let us see. Watch it. Are you seeing it? Expulsion of which people from Spain? Watch it. Now they will be telling you, are you seeing it? 1492. by the joint Catholic monarchs of Castile and Aragon. People, those of you that are speaking, you think you are speaking Spanish today, no, what you are speaking is Castile language. My brother, am I lying? Chibike, am I lying?
Confirmed.
Check.
Is a confirmed. We
Oh,
call it Castellano.
oh,
In Spanish, okay, you see, the place is in Spain here is called Castilla de la Mancha. Castilla de la Mancha. So that's where the language originated. We call it, them themselves, they call it Castellano. So there's nothing like Spanish originally. So when you come into this territory, you're into this peninsula, we have different languages, but the one that adopted as a official language is Castellano. Yeah.
Oh, because they were the rulers. Now they expelled those people. Do you know where Aragon is? The same place. They call it medieval Spain. Watch it.
Aragon is Zaragoza. City of Zaragoza.
It's an issue. Don't worry, my people. You will know their history one day. Watch these people. They were the same people that founded Netherlands. People in Holland. If I am lying, just tell the people that I'm lying. Tell them that I am lying. I kid you not, my people. Wake up. Let's continue with their fake history.
The location as a waypoint for ongoing voyages to the Dutch East Indies. They came into contact with the Khoikhoi.
The Dutch East Indies. Are you seeing it? The time they were doing it here, the Portuguese even went to Japan. Do you know that? Even China. Before the Italians. And even the Italians, they are telling you, go and check Italian Portuguese. That means they have their ancestry back there. Are you getting it? Are you getting what's going on? So Popes didn't start ruling Congo today. And your history did not start with them. There is a reason your so-called kings and your ruling class want you to believe that your history started with slavery, because when you want to punish these people, you will punish them also. Okay?
A nomadic indigenous population of southwestern Africa, comprising of hundreds of clans. Over time, this settlement, known as the Cape of Good Hope, grew in size, resulting in the Khoikhoi.
Do you know what they call it? Cape of Good Hope. Why did they call it Cape of Good Hope? Because when you come there, you see wealth. Please look at South Africa today. See one of the richest places in the world, just like Congo, Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, the old Guinea, which is Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria, Cameroon, Central. My people, you don't know your history. There's a reason they divided that thing. Don't worry, we are still coming to Christianity. Some of you who came here to attack Christians, you are like, are we no longer talking about the Christians? Some Christians, they tune out. They thought we are coming to fire them. No, we are exposing lies and deceit. That's what we are doing. You don't need to like it. We have to tell you the truth. Chloroquine is bitter, but it will help you. So take it and heal the virus in you. Save yourself from that nonsense. Now you're at home watching like I'm watching, right? If your Jesus had powers, why don't you go and open the churches? Don't worry.
Land and cattle to the Dutch, who adopted the name Boer, meaning farmer. Due to a shortage of labor, the Dutch imported slaves from Mozambique, Madagascar.
Now, due to shortage of this in the Dutch imported slaves. No, they were already slave traders. Now, those places, they've corrupted their kings. They moved these people to come and work here. They needed people. Importing slaves. Slaves bought from who? From who? I don't know if you're understanding it. And they carved out Africa the way they did because they don't want to kill each other. They know that when they fight each other over Africa, they will weaken, every country will be weakened. And by country, I mean the empire, the ruling families that run those people. They will weaken themselves and you will take over because they weakened you. They allowed you to fight amongst each other and weakened each other. Then they came in. Now, that was why they had that Berlin conference and nothing more. Yes, we are coming.
Any Indonesian islands. The Cape of Good Hope came under the control of the British during the Napoleonic Wars. The abolition of slavery ended slavery in the Cape in 1834. In 1835, the Boers embarked on the Great Trek, as the abolition of the slave trade resulted in financial catastrophe. As a result, Dutch citizens known as Voortrekkers moved further inland into Africa. They formed the Free Orange State and Transvaal.
Do you know why that thing happened? You know why? You people call free states this and that. I don't know who gave you those names. These people started saying, no, we are not going to work for you anymore. We want our own. That was why the Boer Wars, they started fighting, the Dutch and the British. Then when the British royal family and the Dutch royal family made peace, the same people were settled, then they were given lands. Now, guess who? They were all allowed to attack the native population. Okay? It's your history. We are still going to go back to our sister, Dr. Arikana. Don't worry. You don't need to like it, but you need to hear it. Start opening your eyes, start waking up. I don't need to come every day and start comparing Jesus and Horus to you. No, I want to tell you your own history. I want to teach you your own history. At the end of the day, you will start seeing your church and your mosque from under a different light. Let's continue.
Inland into Africa, they formed the Free Orange State and Transvaal, which was recognized by the British. In the north, France launched a war of conquest against Algeria in 1830, which would last until...
In 1830, before the French launched this war in Algeria, 1830, they were already around Cameroon. Okay? They were already in other places in Africa. You see how they are jumping the thing. The person, maybe he doesn't know, or he knows he's not going to tell you everything. They did not start with the Algerians. The French, by then, mind you, by their long time, the French worked with the Ottomans. Do you know when they started going into the Middle East? Do you know that? The French? Don't worry.
1847. Meanwhile, in the United States, there was a movement to settle freeborn blacks and freed slaves and transport them to Africa. Most whites, and later a small minority of blacks, believed that blacks would be better off in Africa.
Most whites and small ethno-minority of blacks. Now you know how they said they gave Liberia independence. What type of black people do you think they are allowed to come back? The people that were going to free their people? No. The Liberian Constitution, put it side by side with the US Constitution, is the same thing. Now, is Liberia free? That was when some people here saw an opening. They wanted to make a play for it. Now they needed their own base. You see, globalists, the globalists you are talking about, these are the globalists. Globalism did not start today. Now you know why they had to finish off the Romanovs when they had the chance with the Bolshevik revolution. The Bolsheviks don't even know what they were doing. My people, is very deep, please.
The American Colonization Society began transporting them to the closest point of Africa to establish a colony in 1822. By 1847, the settlers issued a Declaration of Independence and established the Independent Republic of Liberia. The construction of the Suez Canal in 1869...
Now watch, you see, when you hear them talk about the Middle East, all these places used to be Africa. Even extent, you could travel there to the doors of Australia. You see this Suez Canal they constructed that has been causing these wars you are seeing. The construction of the Suez Canal to open the world, this thing, trading route So it will be easier to ship things from here to here. Now you know why this is a very, very busy shipping lane. The Suez Canal, they constructed it. And for those of you that are reading your Bible, they told you that they divided the Red Sea, this and that. No, as at then, if the story was true, they would have just traveled straight here. That time, they've not constructed the Suez Canal. Yes. Yes. Moses divided the Red Sea and it closed back up after they left. Now, when they took Jesus to Egypt, how did they manage to do it? If it happened that way, the Suez Canal created this thing you call the Middle East. That's why you still have black people in Iraq and the rest of them. And this thing you see here used to be closer to here. All these places used to be very close to each other. You see the Panama Canal, you see the way they constructed it, that was the way they constructed the Suez Canal. Yes. Then chipped up your land. You can easily make a play. Why do you think you have black people in Saudi Arabia? They were never slaves. Tribes there. And I saw someone that is serving 12 tribes of Israel. This and that. My brother, stop selling that nonsense. It's another bullshit they gave you to justify the Bible and the Torah. The Bible was copied from the Torah, just like the Quran. The same people wrote them. Okay? You are not an Israelite. You are a black man. Find your ancient name and bear it. They are lying to you. They want to use you to lay credence to the nonsense they are spewing. There's nothing like 12 tribes. These 12 tribes, where do we begin? Where do we even begin in Africa? Huh? Guys, leave this nonsense.
Verified its importance as a route for trade with India and China.
Are you seeing it with India and China? Then it was so difficult to trade. You go there, you offload, you move things, and then come and start another journey again. Now, the problem between Saudi Arabia and Iran is not Shia and Sunni Islam. No, it is the control of the Persian Gulf, this place. Are you seeing it? They divided your continent. Here used to be Africa before. All these places you see here. Here. That's why you still have your people in Tasmania, black people in Australia, black people in Indonesia, Papua New Guinea. I want to, Livestone GH, please, I want to host that brother, that Ghanaian brother that knows geography very well about Africa. He will tell us the story very well. He will tell us the story. I will bring him here to lecture us. He knows that geography more than me. He knows it more than me. But I know the war history. I know the history of trade, commerce, the navies. My dear, I have seen many naval histories that most people, even nobody who ever held any military position in Nigeria know that secret. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that. Nobody, you've not seen it, you've not known it. You are talking about don't worry, you have now come into that secret court you are running away from. Welcome to the court. We will open your eyes. If it will take us to do you like this for you to see it, we will do it to you. Don't worry. You are not a member.
And in 1882, Egypt was occupied by British forces during the Anglo-Egyptian War, subsequently revealing the potential riches that Africa offered. There were several European explorers who explored the continent. Perhaps one of the most famous was David Livingstone, a Scottish missionary who...
David Livingstone, a Scottish missionary. Now, do you know? Now, are you seeing the meaning of that word missionary? Missionary. Now you know what. Are you seeing something? Are you noticing anything? These are the missionaries. They all planned all these things together. They work hand in hand. Those people, you had to cut them into the deal, or they will tell their people, now you allow them to start eating from the church as missionaries, because they know that the Archbishop of Canterbury, then almost all the archbishops of Canterbury are gays. Almost every member of the British royal family that's as old as they've been. Now they've known all this thing. Now you have to cut us in, or we destroy everything. Why do you think the church is closed in their places? They found out the truth. Yes, they found out the truth. These are your missionaries. Yes, see them.
Attempted to convert the natives he encountered to Christianity and strove.
Are you hearing? To convert the natives to Christianity. Let's go back. Just like they did their own people, convert them to Christianity. Now check when Christianity came into Nigeria. In Igbo land, the first place was in Onitsha. Their anchor, the anchor with which they anchored their ship, is still in Christ Church today in Onitsha. Check that year and check the year they sent this one, and check what has been going on in Europe by then. Now they can't kill anymore. They needed these slaves, but now you have to make them docile. They've started the industrial age of the 19th century. They needed these people to work in the farms and all those things. Now they have to dump you down even further. Your ancestors then, they were only just afraid of the guns the kings and their chiefs possess. Go to your kings, if they will tell you the truth, they had cannons, old cannons, ancient cannons, still in their homes. Some of them melted them. Some threw theirs away. Go and check them. They were given to them by this. That was the only thing your ancestors were afraid of. Then they brought these ones. They refused. They started killing those who refused to accept it. And 150 years later, you are still in the church. Glory, hallelujah. What is the lamb? The lamb that was slain was your great-great-great-grandfather who refused to take this nonsense. Your great-great-great-grandmother who refused to buy this nonsense. Their blood saved you, not the blood of any white man anywhere. Not Yehoshua, Muso, whatever, Shabbat or what. Not any Jesus, not any Christ. Give it any name you like. Give it any color. No. You know what? They brought this thing to keep you docile. And you are not going to know this until you wake up. Yes, Jesus ain't real. What will you do about it? Tell him to come do something. This truth, are we supposed to hide this from you because we don't want you to get angry? No, I want you to understand who your enemy is. Not the person exposing the evil. It's the person perpetuating it, who introduce it and go on to perpetuate it even up to this day. Imagine, do you know how they insult you? The things they can't even give to their people, they still give it to you and back you up. Reinhard Bonnke, this and that. Do you know how rich Reinhard Bonnke, that they told you that he's in heaven? Yes, he was in heaven before he died. Do you know his net worth? And all these people, do you know their net worth? Are you getting me? They sent the missionaries to keep the local population docile. And the things they churn out are the things coming here to disturb me. Do you know I'm actually putting my life on the line to do this? You think if I wasn't strong enough that they wouldn't have tried something? Go and check the Bible Society in Turkey. Go and check it. I will check when they stop this lockdown. I will go there and film it. You ask me how many people are walking in to buy books there, yet they keep maintaining that office, that shop. Go and check how much you will pay in rent for one shop along the Istika Jade. Do you know that road where the Catholic Church is? Yes. In your village, the Catholic Church is occupying the most expensive area in your village. In Turkey, go and check it. Istika Jadesi. That tunnel, Ogorogo tunnel, is the same place. The Bible Society is just there before I think after the Russian embassy. Yes. They are not selling anything. How many books are they selling? But people are paying that rent. You don't know how. You don't know why you have them. Don't worry, you will soon wake up.
Who explored the continent. Perhaps one of the most famous was David Livingstone, a Scottish missionary who attempted to convert the natives he encountered to Christianity.
Are you seeing it? That is how the cross came. People of the cross, don't worry, it's death. You will never see something. The Freemasons respect this symbol. The Knight Templars have it, different types. Go and check the flag of Switzerland and check the link between Switzerland and the Templars. Don't worry, you will get it one day.
He strove to find the source of the Nile. Henry Moult Stanley was famous for his exploration of Central Africa.
Are you seeing it? Henry Moult Stanley. Are you sure he's not related to the people that one of the people that own Morgan Stanley? Wait, I will have to copy the name down. Henry Moult Stanley. Hold on, I have to copy the name. Because all these names, you hear about Morgan Stanley, you think those people just come from nowhere. Huh? Wait, let me copy the name. I will do a research on him. Henry Moult Stanley, don't worry. I will do a research on it.
Stanley was famous for his exploration of Central Africa. He worked for King Leopold II of Belgium.
King Leopold II of Belgium. This is the guy that killed millions of Congolese. Do you know how many people he murdered in Congo? They managed to tell you between 15 to 20 million. Mind you, when we are talking about, mind you, the year we are talking about, people's mothers, fathers. Now you know why Congolese people are just as wasted as Black Americans, because they never had access to be with their parents. They were never raised well. They were not given the opportunity at life. Yes.
And helped map out the Congo region. So why were there no major explorations into the interior of Africa before this? Well, there were limited seaworthy rivers, tropical diseases, hostile natives, and weapons were not as advanced as they were in the 19th century. During the 19th century, most European powers experienced a dramatic growth of productivity.
Dramatic growth of productivity. That time they started applying science and they needed your people. All these codes, all these things you are seeing, the code they used there, we are not just coming from their place because the Russians couldn't give them shit. Now they were stealing them from Africa, from South Africa, from Congo, from Nigeria, from Mali, from Guinea. When you talk about Guinea, Nigeria is in, please, I will show you the map later. Map of Guinea. In the 18th century, or check the French 17th century map of West Africa. Wait, let me show you. 17th century map of West Africa. Okay. Wanna go hear them? Which one are we going to use now? I'm coming. Watch. Are you seeing what they wrote there? Ethiopia. This is Ethiopia. Are you seeing where it's covered? Are you seeing Guinea? Watch Guinea here. This is Guinea. See Guinea from coast to here. Are you seeing Guinea? Nigeria is here. Burkina, all these people. Some parts of Ghana. All these people, Togo, Cameroon here. Biafra was somewhere up there, not even anywhere near Nigeria. Are you watching it? See Ethiopia, see the sea, ocean, Ethiopia. You see Ethiopian Ocean, which later became Atlantic Ocean. Ocean, Ethiopia. Are you seeing Ethiopia? Are you seeing where Ethiopia stretched to? See Ethiopia again, Ethiopia here, somewhere here. Are you seeing it, my people? I am done tolerating idiots. You want to have a discussion, come here, I will bring you before the camera. Come and debate me. I don't care who you are. You're a bishop, you are a cardinal. I don't want to debate all these baby Christians, all these baby armchair historians. No, bring your best. Tell the person to appear here. If I don't make the idiot looking, why do you think they are running away? They are watching with fake accounts. They are learning. Watch whatever you hear now. Start watching their programs from next week. They will start sounding like you people know the people I'm talking about. Don't mention anybody's name. I am not going to wait for them to give me credit. No, just show me a single thing they are talking. They said before me. I know them. Don't worry.
Triggered by industrialization,
Yeah.
European countries overproduced goods and were consequently searching for new markets.
Yeah.
Interest turned towards the acquisition of land in order to grow agricultural products for European markets.
Yeah.
Europeans moved into the interior of Africa to extract.
Watch them. Move into the interior of Africa. My dear, watch the reason he will give you. See where he will bullshit you. The bullshit is coming. Now watch.
Cultural products for European markets. Europeans moved into the interior of Africa to extract raw materials such as rubber, palm oil, gold, copper, and diamonds.
All those things are the same things that powered them in their so-called industrial age. Are you watching it? Gold, copper, all this in their machines they were building. They needed the copper and everything. Then when it became oil, they still use your oil. Your palm oil, watch it. The British, my people, if you are living in England and all this, will stop allowing those people, like when they bring their manufacturing back home, we will start shipping oil, palm oil to them again. It's a good business. If you want to do it, contact me. We will rub minds together and do things. Even those in America, contact me. I will tell you how we are going to use palm oil to do a very big business. It's money. You can be selling it just back home and you'll be making your money. If you want to ship it abroad, I will tell you how to do it and how to navigate through their sanctions. Don't worry, we will do it. Are you seeing it? When they tell you Africa built Europe, this is what we mean. Not just your ancestors that taught them mathematics and all these things, the people that helped them build their machines. No, the raw materials they are using. Now they told you it's the info age. Guess what? All the mineral resources they are using, they are mining them in Congo, Nigeria, and the rest of them. Lithium. Go and check what they are still doing in Guinea. You know why they call you people Guinea? All of you, they call you Guinea. Because you are from Guinea. You are Guineans. West Africans, most of you are Guineans. If you are not Guinean, you are Ethiopian. I showed you the map. Oh, my people.
These natural resources made Africa a vital resource for the European economy. Between 1884 and 1885, the Berlin Conference was called by German Chancellor Otto von
1884 and 1885, it was called by German Chancellor. And go and check who he is. Otto von Bismarck. People in Germany, please go and study the history of Bavaria and how it started. These people never left power since the day they took down the Western German Roman Empire. Yes. Then the Visigoths came. My dear, we'll do that story and that history for another day.
1884 and 1885, the Berlin Conference was called by German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck. 14 representatives of...
Now, do you see the countries that were represented? Now you know why America made the play for Liberia. Huh? You know why they made the play for Liberia? The person that called it came from here. But guess what? They are all related. They are kings. They are all related. You see these people, the Turks. This is the Turkish flag. Do you know that Turkey was present at the Berlin Conference? Do you know that? Huh? Turkey was, I keep telling you people, Turkey is not a small country. It's not what they are telling you it is. Turkey is a gigantic country. Oh, these people, Seljuk Turks. Now in Turkey, if you are living in Turkey, try and visit Sivas, visit Ankara, visit Bursa. Bursa is Nicaea. They call it Nicaea. Those days, the Nicene Council, that was where the birthplace of Christianity, as you know, it happened in Turkey. Don't let this flag fool you. Those people know more than they are telling you. Okay, those of you in Turkey, how many Turks are you seeing going to mosque? Huh? Most of them you see in the mosque are just foreigners. They are just foreigners. It's for business, it's for control. Are you seeing it? See the countries. Russia is here. Watch them. Watch their kingdoms. This is Denmark, right? The Danish people, do you know that they took over, the English people were paying them just for them to leave them alone. One day, one person was telling me, tell me the story about the Vikings. I know where you people are going. Forget that nonsense. You don't know the history of the Vikings. You know nothing. And that thing you think you are hearing, don't forget the Hollywood movies you are watching. You think they are going to tell you the truth of Hollywood? Watch them. Watch these people.
14 European countries attended the conference, including Britain, Belgium, France, Portugal, and Italy. Notably,
are you seeing it? All these people, they are when you check their ruling family, they all marry each other, they all intermarry. That's why you see that in America, 45 presidents have ruled America, 42 or 44 are related. Is it 43? Yeah, 43 are related, including Obama. Trump is the anomaly and one other person. That doesn't mean that Trump is not a company man. He is a company man, but he is an outsider. He can't change that system because it will affect him. This is the Berlin Conference. This is African map here. Many people don't know what this painting means. You are just focused on these people trying to know their faces. No, look at the map here on the wall. See these three men, they are the people you should be focused on. These are the people from the royal family, but these are the people that control the explorers, the merchants. Look at African map on the wall there. Know your history, know your story, tell it yourself. Don't let your enemies tell it. Are you hearing me? Let's continue.
No African representatives were invited. The aim was to discuss how...
No African representative was invited where they are discussing about Africa, but they will not go deep into explaining it to you. Why? At this Congo conference, Congo is here. Why was it so? Why was it so? Now let's repeat it so I don't distract you from hearing it very well.
Conference, including Britain, Belgium, France, Portugal, and Italy. Notably, no African representatives were invited. The aim was to discuss how European countries would claim colonial land in Africa and avoid war between them. Each country affirmed that they would bring civilization in the form of Christianity and...
Do you hear it? They affirm that they will bring civilization in the form of Christianity. Now you know why these churches started rising up everywhere. Meanwhile, before then, the churches have been there. Check the old schools. They are all under the churches. In Anambra State, check it. 1884, stroke 85. Between November 84 and February 85. 1885, they had that meeting. St. Monica's College, Ogunike, 1892. Check your old churches, old schools. When they built them. Check them. Are you hearing? Are you understanding it? And they had to make it a Christian thing. Now you know how you became Christians. If that Christianity was going to save you, do you think it was going to come from the same people that enslaved you? At that time, they were killing people, murdering your ancestors. Then they brought these things. You saw some few photos where your people were carrying them on their chairs. Carrying them here. The so-called Christians, the missionaries, yes. The natives have to oh, please, my people. Don't worry, you don't need to be you to be angry. No, I will share the video later. I will share the video later, okay?
Trade to each region they occupied. Although most of these African colonies were controlled by nations, the Berlin Conference allowed King Leopold II of Belgium to become the sole ruler of a vast area that is today the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
He didn't want to leave Congo. He knew what he saw there. He knew it. He didn't want to lose Congo, the Belgians. Hey, now you people are saying Rwanda, Paul Kagame took some land in Congo, this and that. How did this place get called Congo? Who divided it? Yes, who divided it? And they keep on using these divisions to kill you. The identity you bear is the identity they gave to you. You say this one said they are Nigerians, this one said they are Biafrans. Biafra is a Portuguese name. Nigeria is a British name, coined from the River Niger, Black River. Are you here? Are you understanding it? Then the French gave theirs Niger, the same meaning. You identify yourselves along colonial lines. Remember what took us here? It was Dr. Arikana, Chihombori Kwa. I just opened this video to explain what she was saying in that video for you to understand it very well. I want to put it in context. Just explain it. If we want to go into a deep dive here, 4 hours, we are still here. 4 hours, we are still here. Sorry, sorry for all those ones we run. We leave the teaching run because it depends them. We don't care. We don't care. Just give it an open mind and you will wake up. I was like you before.
The intent was to make it an area of free trade for all Europeans in Africa. However, in practice, Leopold kept out most European traders and granted concessions to various corporations to exploit the...
Granted this concession to various corporations. That is privatization. It did not start today. It did not start today. And he had to work with those people or you will have a problem in your hand. That is why we need to expose these people around the cities of Europe, all around Europe. We need to expose them. We need to, when their people know what's going on, believe me, they will leave Africa by force. They will leave Africa by force. We are going to show them
the region's resources. In 1908, it was revealed that under King Leopold's instructions, native people of the Congo were forced to farm wild rubber as a form of tax payment to the colonial government. Those unable to carry out these instructions had their hand or foot severed.
How old do you think this child is? Mind you, this child has been walking, no breast. Look at these ones, children, kids, no breast, but they had their hands cut off because they did not harvest enough rubber. They did not harvest enough rubber. What they will do is that they will chop your hand off just to show the other ones what will happen to them if they didn't do so. The missionaries were there. Your priests, your bishops, your priests, they were there and they were going to Europe and coming back. None of them told these things. It was the merchants, the disgruntled merchants who went and told this to their people. By then, they've started waking up. You think it took until 1908 for them to know what's going on here? Do you think so? Come on.
Once news of these atrocities became known, King Leopold was stripped of his colony.
No, he was not stripped of the colony. Their family already have their corporations which they set up. Just like when you go now, you check the corporations that control the stock market of in Brussels. It's still the same people. They changed now, not in the name of this thing, but they are there. Go and check in Belgium. Look at their family. Look at their palaces. Did they lose them? Go and check the people trading in the Brussels Stock Exchange. The European Union. Is it a coincidence that Leopold, who called that Berlin Conference in his own home country, is where they situated the European Union building where they are hosting their meetings? Huh? Then built one in Strasbourg, in France. It used to be Germany. Germans are French, and the French are the same people, please. They are cousins. Go and check the history of the Holy Roman Empire. Not the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. Then you go and check the Germanic tribes that toppled the Western Roman Empire. You will learn these things. Is it a coincidence that everything about the EU is in Brussels? The European Parliament building, the so-called, they shaped it in the form of the Fable Tower of Babel. It never existed. They made it. They built it before you. Go and check it. Now the European Parliament is disintegrating. If I was a pastor, I would tell you they built the Tower of Babel because the Lord confused their language. Now, have you seen how Britain is living? No, it's the British people who got tired of their ruling class. They said enough. As a pastor, I could have used it. Most of these your pastors are not that smart, or they're not intelligent. They would have just told it to their people. Man, if I become a pastor today, believe me, I will raise people. I'm only getting insults doing this for you. Why? Because you attain a level of consciousness that you will not harm your people anymore. The only person you harm is someone that harmed you. Go and check all of them that harmed me. You people in Turkey, Jeno Joe, onye nke ya na Ebuka gara ihe ha gara, jụọ ha ihe ha meburu ego m. Then ka ha mere ya jụkwuo onye nke aha ihe ya na onye nke nyere ego mere ihe dị ofili na ọ dị sharp enye nke m ijide ifile na ngagba gị nkịtị. Don't worry, akwa ịbata m n'aka igburu nke ya enweghị ihe ị ga-eme. You stay on your own, I will stay on my own. You hurt me, don't worry. Even if it takes 10 years, I will get my revenge. You people are lucky. Believe me, if I had become a pastor, whoosh, I would have cut you people's necks here like this. My church would be the biggest. Johnson Sule boy, this Apostle Johnson Sule boy, he is a kid. What he's doing to you people is just a little thing compared to what I'll be doing to you people. You saw how all the things he tried to do with coronavirus flopped. Meanwhile, I did my coronavirus video last October. I warned you about what's going on. Imagine what I could have been doing with it if I was a pastor. Kai, man, no try me. Oh. Sunday, so Kaki Jele, don't talk. Hold on, my brother. No, I want to tell them. No, if they want us to talk, we will come and talk it here. We will come and talk it here. In problem. Sunday, confirm to them in one in problem. Yes, no more American. Continue.
And the vast Congo region was ruled by the Belgian government. Understandably, Europe held the technological advantage. Bands of just a few hundred men and barely a handful of machine guns.
This is the first Ogbunigwe. The first Ogbunigwe was not bomb. No, this is Ogbunigwe. Machine gun, mass killer. For Igbo people, this is the difference. Your people had the guns, they had them, but because they shipped your bright minds out. Now, the Portuguese were trading guns with the Congolese. Why didn't they trade these machine guns with them? No, because by then, your own people who were manufacturing arms have been shipped to the other side. Now, the advanced technological advancement gave them this thing. They started building small boats that will navigate, not just the big boats where everybody will come at the same time. You target them and finish them before they land. No, they brought these one small boats. Small boats. This is the Ogbunigwe. You don't have to cock it and shoot. Your people were building those ones. Go to Abala, go to Oka, ask them how long their ancestors have been building those weapons. It didn't start today. Watch it. My brother Sunday, where they are calling Biafra in Portugal, tell that my brother that is answering liberty, Umuchineke. My brother, when you started saying this, Jesus is black and Israeli nonsense, I know you are going to that place. Biafra, what is the Biafra? Which is Afara? Where is Afara? Man, leave that story. Man, stop buying that nonsense.
Proceeded to overwhelm and obliterate thousands of Africans. The machine gun was a revolutionary gun that could fire rapid shots at an unparalleled speed. The effectiveness of the weapon was obvious in Sudan, where a British force, armed with roughly 20 machine guns and a small number of gunboats, overpowered Sudanese forces and effectively opened the door for colonization.
Not just the Sudanese forces, they did it here too. Then the king surrendered. That's why you have, check all the African kings in all along this West African 40 trading posts. Check the kings there. They are extremely wealthy, all of them. They started working with these people a long time ago and they gave them cannons also. Okay? The video is almost over. Then we go to Dr. Arikana, finish it. It's just a small video.
But the Europeans, in their quest to carve up the continent, would encounter resistance. By the early 1880s, Abyssinia, or modern-day Ethiopia, was in danger of invasion from the British.
By then, look at what they reduced Ethiopia to. Look at what they reduced Ethiopia to. Are you seeing it? Now, let's go back to the ancient Ethiopian man. Not very ancient, just a 17th century, 16 something. Watch it. Are you seeing Ethiopia? Ethiopia, watch it here. All these places. The orange line is Ethiopia. Okay? This white one area too is Ethiopia. Guinea is this from here to here. From here to here is the Guinea. Watch Ethiopia here. See Atlantic Ocean, Ocean Ethiopia. That is Ocean Ethiopia. Sometimes you see an Ethiopian person, where are you from? Say Ethiopia, you laugh. She's calling it Ethiopia. They don't even call it Ethiopia, it's Ethiopia. She's calling Ethiopia, Ethiopia. Are you going to tell her the name of her place? Eh? If she call you Igbo, you get angry. Why are you calling her Ethiopia? When she has told you the name of her place, are you seeing it? Now see what it was reduced to. Here. Are you seeing it? Meanwhile, without the Suez Canal, it stretched to the doors of Australia. Yes. Now you know why Asians hate black people more than every other people. Hey, you want to come back and take this place? No, 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 no. What the British couldn't finish in Australia, these people finished in China. Let me tell you. Let's continue.
And Italians. Abyssinia's emperor made a decision to exploit European rivalries. After minor concessions to France in return for weapons, Italy grew nervous of the growing...
Are you seeing? Now the Ethiopian king, because their kingdom is as old as anything, he used their own system against them. In those days, he took weapons from France and gave them a concession. The Italians became suspicious and gave them their own weapons too. We are coming.
French interests in the country and offered the emperor Italian weapons.
The Italians brought their own Italian weapons just to get some places too. Are you getting it? We are coming.
Throughout the 1880s, Abyssinia grew stronger and stronger, securing more modern weapons from the British.
Now securing more modern weapons even from the British. What do you think Paul Kagame is doing in Rwanda? You know why they're attacking him? He brought the Russians into his country because that is what Gaddafi should have done in 2008. Then he thought he could make peace with the Bushes and the rest of them. He should have done it the very first moment he got in contact with Putin. And I believe Putin was around. Medvedev fucked up. Do you think Medvedev is Putin's friend? Putin will never. Instead, Putin will allow him anywhere near the Russian presidency. He will give it to Peskov. Write down that name. Sergei Lavrov is too old. If not, he would have. Do you know, you see the type of diplomats they have? Look at Peskov. Not this one. There is another one. This is French-Russian diplomat. Maybe they are related. Are you seeing? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Don't worry, this is another homework I will do. Hey, French-Russian. Hey, hey, hey. Do you know that the Russians have had contact with our people very long before now? You know Pushkin, the Russian poet. Pushkin, his great-grandfather was a Ghanaian named Gannibar. They named him Gannibar just after Hannibal. Pushkin, and Pushkin went to France too. Now this special, don't worry, I will do another. I will contact somebody. I will pay all this information. I pay for them. You think it's just what you get on this thing? No, no, no. You will just get this mainstream knowledge. If you want the information, it costs money. You pay to get it. Don't worry, I will do that one. Let's continue with this one.
British and Russians. In 1889, Italy claimed Abyssinia as an Italian protectorate. The emperor rejected this. Italy, craving the glory of victory, ordered its troops into battle in 1894. Outnumbered,
Are you seeing it? The Italians, by the time they came, the machine guns you have, these people already have them. Watch them. One with gun is majority, not one with God. Look at this flag. This is Ethiopian flag. This is Italy. They massacred them. They destroyed them. Menelik II, he showed them pepper. Do you know how those people came to rule Ethiopia? You want to wield power? Don't worry. They are waiting for you. Try them.
Italians were defeated, and in 1896, Abyssinia remained independent. The British encountered
Liberty, Umuchineke, I will not tolerate that insult from you. One more nonsense, I will block you. If you want to lecture me, the video is almost over. Come here and lecture me on video. Don't start in one corner with your fake account. Please come on video. Come here. Let us have that debate. Look at somebody. Look at the comment. Ijele, you are still under slavery. Try and make research. The race Romans conquered between 65 AD to 70 AD. Then you will know who you are. Get out. Come on, please. Come on, camera. Let me post the link again. Wait, let me finish this one. The video, I don't even need to do the video again. It's okay. We've done enough on it. Please come on video. Type one more nonsense. I will block you now. Come on video. Let us do it once and for all. Let this debate end now. Come on video and educate me. Let me tell you that whoever is feeding you that nonsense don't know what he's talking about. Come on, see the link. Copy the link and come on. Copy the link. Come on and start looking stupid. I guarantee you that. Come on and have that. You think I waste time to teach you? Never. Come on and have that debate. Meanwhile, my people, let us continue with our sister's video. Now I will play it. It's like a 5-minute video. I will not stop it. I will play the whole thing so you see it. I will play the whole video. Then we'll come back. I will let my brother run his own analysis for like 10 minutes. Then others, you want to call in, you can call in. If you have a question, we will answer you. If you have anything to teach us, we will allow you to teach us. Come on and type one more nonsense now. We block you. Wait, let's start afresh.
Dr. Arikana. I am the African Union Ambassador to the United States of America. Our offices are located on 1640 Wisconsin Avenue, Northwest in Washington, D.C. I am here as your ambassador with two main mandates. The first one is to promote Africa in the Americas. And the second one is to galvanize the African diaspora to participate in the development of Africa. Who are the African diaspora? According to the African Union definition, African diaspora are all people of African descent living outside Africa. The 55 African heads of states understand very clearly that in order for Africa to take its rightful place on the world stage, in order for sustainable development to come to Africa, the African diaspora must be front and center of that conversation. So it is precisely why I'm here to have a conversation with you all, my fellow brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. As you all know,
please go and follow her on Twitter. Is it Her Excellency or Her Eminence? I don't like using that name. Dr. Arikana Chiomborikwa, African Union Ambassador to the USA. They removed her. Of course, you know the speeches. She when she started giving that speech, I called someone and said, see this woman. I did not even talk about her removal. I said they will kill her. Go for that, they will kill her. The day she did the one she did on the French, after how many months they removed her? People that know don't cause, so that they bring out points to encounter lies. It's not encounter, it is counter. If you know that you know what you're saying, you come on. Are you running away? Why don't you come on? Stop talking from the sidelines. One more comment about this thing from you, I will block you right now. Try me and see. You are there still talking about 12 tribes of Israel, nonsense history they wrote and gave to you. Rubbish. Come on and talk now. You don't want to talk. Come on video. One more comment. If you disturb anybody here again, I will block you. I don't know how stupid you people are.
I was appointed by Chairman Zuma, the former chair of the African Union. And currently, our new chair is His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat. He took office 2 years ago. Both of them are also very clear about the need for the African diaspora to participate in the development of Africa. Madam Zuma, on my last conversation with her, she jokingly said, you know, my sister, the African diaspora are a very diverse population. Unfortunately, children of Africa who don't really get along, who don't understand each other, who don't like each other sometimes. But be it as it may, she did have hope that if we continue to engage each other, if we...
Wait, let me block this person. Explain it to you. Let me block him. Think I'm joking with you. You will not come on and you're here distracting people. Yes, I've blocked him. Coming here disturbing people who are learning something.
we continue to understand each other, maybe, just maybe, we would see enough reason to come together, put aside our differences, and speak with one voice, one continent, one Africa. So that is why I am here. And in order for us to begin to understand each other, in order for us to begin to engage each other in a meaningful conversation, first we must ask ourselves the question, how did we get here? How did Africa end up where Africa is? Allow me to take you to 1884, Berlin Conference. From November of 1884 to February of 1884.
We've just analyzed that, and now you can continue with the video. You understand what that Berlin Conference is. Like I told you, she can't go into details. It will take her hours. It's a short video, 6 minutes.
1885, our colonizers met to discuss how to make sure that Africa and its children are forever defeated and dominated. Prior to 1884, they were going into Africa in a very haphazard way. They started stealing from each other what they had stolen from the Africans. They were getting ready to have a European war on the African soil. The then Chancellor of Germany, Bismarck, realizing that what was getting ready to happen, called in his sidekick, then King of Belgium, Leopold, and said, we are getting ready to have a problem. Could we please call all the colonizers to come and meet in Berlin, Germany? Let's discuss, let's organize ourselves to see to it that we can effectively loot from the Africans. So it is they met between November of 1884 and 1885, precisely to make sure Africa and its children are forever defeated and dominated. The way they did it is by chopping Africa up into the tiny little economies that we see today. Countries like Burundi, Togo, Djibouti, Central African Republic, Malawi, Mozambique,
Nigeria.
the list goes on. Pretty much all the African countries that you see today. That was by design. That was to see to it that Africa was forever defeated, that these small economies are
Now they gave you different languages. If you know English in Nigeria, straight from Lagos, cross Badagry is French. You go there, Togo is just one street. You cross it, you go to Ghana, it's English. You start again, then after Ghana, you go to Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, French, then Burkina Faso. Meanwhile, the French people in Burkina Faso hate the people in Cote d'Ivoire. Even I'm hearing some people that the Ivorian president is Burkinabe. We'll still get to that one.
Economies that cannot survive on their own, or should they survive, they are easy to destabilize at the push of a button. That was 124 years ago. Fast forward 2019, nothing has changed. The jokes say, when they were strategizing and breaking up Africa and drawing these arbitrary boundaries, a husband and wife who were in bed in Malawi, by the time they woke up, the husband was in Zambia and the wife was in Malawi.
Just like Ghana and Togo, when they carved out Togo from Ghana, the people, don't you see when you get to the border, like in Nigeria, look at Kumba people and Akwa Ibom people and all the rest, they are the same people. Now you check Togo and Ghana, the border town, when you get to Aflao, people in Aflao, sometimes they identify more with the Togolese than the Ghanaians. Then you go to the Benin border, are you seeing it? Just like Benin Republic, most of them were from Cotonou, they speak Yoruba. They speak Yoruba. Are you getting it? They play this on us. They will not put her before the camera, but your Cardinals are entering the Vatican City, going everywhere in cameras, taking photos. Hey, unity of the people. You unite the religious. No, you unite the tribes. Not by religion, not anything, not Christianity, not Judaism, not Islam. None of these three Abrahamic religions will serve you. By the way, they are all under quarantine right now. Okay?
That's how arbitrary the divisions were. Picture yourself driving from Zambia. You're speaking English. Pretty soon, you're in Angola. You're speaking Portuguese. Pretty soon, you're in the DRC. You're speaking French. Pretty soon, you are in Equatorial Guinea. You're speaking Spanish. Keep moving north. You're now in the southern part of Cameroon. You're speaking English. You go up north, you're speaking French. Soon after that, you are in Nigeria. You're speaking English. It was such an arbitrary process, a process that brought maximum division among people who were once the same. We were powerful kingdoms. The countries of Africa that we know today, prior to 1884, they did not exist as these countries. The countries that we are today are a creation.
My people, there is nothing she's going to say here we have not said. We just want our people to hear it from people in positions of power. And now you know why they removed him. My brother, please, thanks for holding on. I want to bring you in now. Please take 10 minutes and run the analysis. Livestone GH, I don't know if you are coming on. Carry on, my brother. Your mic. Your mic.
Before I continue with analysis, let me say something. You see, there's this attitude of one person will come. We don't know whether it's he or she will be counteracting what we are saying. You know, there are three waves there. Two look like orchestrated acts. One is a stupidity, because stupidity is after knowing everything with logical backup and you still fall back and do, you know, the fuck up. So that is the stupidity. Then the rest of the two, you will see maybe these are the criminals that are having church business today in Africa, who don't want to lose their business because it takes your ignorance for their business to prosper. Ideologically, it could be somebody that is outside our ethnic, our racial color, racial feature. Maybe whom we like it to be in a way that we are mentally still enslaved. Because if whom we are as a people, black people, if in multiplication we don't wisen enough, that means Africa will remember where it will be in the next 2,000 years. So let everybody have it in mind. Then, another thing I want to chip in here now. You see, when you hear missionary, most of us, we only have one perception according to what they tell us. When you hear missionary, we never listen to that word very well. You see, we do hear at times, so somebody say, I'm on a mission. What does that being on a mission mean? So when we hear missionary, we just table it down to people who came to do evangelism, angels from heaven, holy people of God who came to do what do you call it? Bring good news. That is the only way our mind is just to table it down. Bim. And I want to give the sound this thing as it could be a warning, it could be an advice. You see, the perception we have about a thing, we have to be careful and check it very well, because our perception makes up our reality. Yes. If it is a wrong perception, that means our reality is already virus. And there's something we are not conscious of. Our reality becomes part of us, becomes our body. It becomes part of our DNA. It becomes part of our DNA. Don't be surprised. That is, mind you, that any child is born is just you. It's a genetic package that you just pour in. That will call another version of you. So don't be surprised that all those wrong perception you have about realities in your life, all of them are just another mold in your child. So it is very, 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 very important that you have to check your reality. You have to check your perception. Make sure you have the appropriate perception about what you're approaching. It is very, 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 very important. I'm saying, when you hear about the missionaries, we table it down as people who came to bring good news, gospel. It's a lie. Listen to that word. The missionaries are on mission. It's only because the language is not ours. But today, me and you can speak English. We have access to analyze a word and divide it and tear it up and down, and then know how it come about and know the intent of that word, what the people who were defending that word, what is their intent. Yeah. Now, remember, Leopold of Belgium sent missionaries to Congo as well. These people are just like Joshua and Caleb, who were among the 12 tribes of Israel spies that were sent to go and spy Jericho, and nothing more.
Like Mungo Park. Like
so when you hear these missionaries, they are just like those. So now, remember, he told them, most of us have not checked those things. He told them that, remember, these people, they are more spiritual than you. So it's all about making them to believe that whatever they bring is more superior. That's how you defeat them.
Okay, yes, I understand you now, yes.
Go on. Yeah. No, why use the language of based on knowledge? It's not based on the religion, based on knowledge.
Yes.
Huh. Exactly. Now, remember as well, missionaries, there's something you said here now. You said while we are watching these videos, that same virus is still in our home today. When the missionaries they cover their back. So this, and they use these missionaries as a very big important tool, because they use it to pacify our reasoning ability, no, for us not to be violent. So they use all those things, a palatable word. Jesus came and died for you, and all those things.
To make you remain docile and don't fight back. Now, you will see an African. Look at what happened. Look at what happened to that student in Funan.
Yeah,
he committed suicide. Why would you don't want to go kill the person that made you commit suicide because you want to go to heaven? You don't want someone's blood to be on you, but your blood is on that person.
Okay.
If not for this preaching of heaven and this nonsense, that guy would have killed that man before dying. And please, that brother that's involved in that, a brother wants to help you. I will bring you on maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow. That brother is here. He wants to help you. That was why I was calling you yesterday. I just posted the thing. I don't know if the guy saw the post. I made a post about it. Someone wants to help you and help your life. Forget those people. Tell that to Lu Adebayo to eat his doctorate degree he's pursuing. One day, the people will wake up and they will all come for them. They are in those cars, they may get burnt in those cars. Don't worry, one day the masses will rise up. My brother, carry on. Let me bring on Livestone.
Okay. So what I'm saying in essence is that if you check very well, you see that that same virus is still locally in our society today. Where you see these missionaries today, those pastors and whatever you call them, they have something to do with all these politicians. Cover me, I cover you. We have said that several times here. A.G. Kembaka and Peter Obi, their own scenario is just for somebody who wants to open eye to know. Then coming to the congregation, the sheep, let me put it that way. We are only emotionally attached. That is why whenever any truth that goes against what we believe, we begin to be. That's the only thing. And remember, let me understand it as an advice. We are living in a mental reality. In the mental reality, in the mental war, psychological war, if you sleep, we remove the L and give you the name with H. Look at the word, they are the same thing. The only difference is H and L. English word is coded. In fact, European words are all coded. So everybody, we have to wake up. Then coming to this, there's something the lady said about the division. They use social construct and the colonization and everything, they divide us. Even when you see you are a black person, nature tells you that we are black, but colonization and the other construct makes you know that we are different. Okay. I come across here in Europe where somebody say, instead of me to marry somebody from this tribe, I marry a white woman. All these things are constructs. But it's still, like you said,
My
when it
brother,
comes to having,
please wrap it up.
yeah,
Bring Limestone. That one now is just in my head.
okay. When it comes to having something at the back, that is where it will be sweet. All those social constructs will die, but that where nature directs them. So I think I have to let me
Yes.
just
No,
yeah.
yeah, you are right. My brother, Limestone, please jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, Nigeria. Nigeria is in afternoon right now. I'm happy to be here, and as usual, we are always happy to be doing what we are doing, even though our own people are still attacking and doing a whole lot, like that liberated something guy. Normally, anytime I want to join your video, it's because someone has said something that is making my head ache. I don't understand that guy. Do you remember he was the same guy telling me there is a tribe of Israel in Ghana called Gad. He was the same person. Even though I gave him a Ghan lady to teach her the real history about the Ghan people, he still didn't listen to the lady. He started insulting the lady. I think I posted that even to you. You see, these people, I don't know, what is 12 tribes of Israel? What has 12 tribes of Israel got to do with we Nigerian, Ghanaian, Senegalese, Cameroonian? What has 12 tribes of Israel got to do with us? I understand these people usually. Sometimes, you see, we'll be talking like this, and it looks as if one or two people among us, they still want to pull us back. Every time they want to be taking us back.
That's why I block them. I don't have time for. I block them and move away.
And ask him to join the video and come and teach us. He will not come. He will not. I don't understand. The link was there waiting for him. Why won't he just come? So you just prefer to come and disturb the teachings that we are doing. There are over 200 people watching this video. You are the only person distracting everybody. Yet you not join to share your mind. I don't like this kind of people. They are the people causing the real progress of Africa. All the things that we are doing, they are the enemies of progress that we have. Because one, like my brother became a head, it's either he's a pastor or he's someone who is still interested that Africa be colonized, or he's just stupid. And sometimes I like the stupid part. When you become too ignorant, you become stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand these people. Africa, look, Mazi, if I take car from Ghana and I enter Togo, I look at there are towns in Togo that is not different from my own village. Yes. They are just like that. The food they eat, even the language they speak, I easily blend when I go to Togo. All I need to be a Togolese is have a Togo national ID. Because you cannot see any difference. Yes. I don't understand how we got divided. And these are the times that I've gone in to study these things, and I've realized, yes, it's true. We are one people. It is this Berlin conference something. They divide and conquer, and they got us. I don't know why our people in this age of knowledge and information, our people will still not learn. They will still come to our video and they will be speaking nonsense all the time. When will Africa?
We lost him. Our brother, please join back.
Okay, what I'm saying, to continue from where we started.
Yeah.
You see, the problem is that our people don't want to wake up. They don't want to wake up. This war is a mental game. It's a game of mind.
It's mental warfare.
Yeah. Like I said, some people are just affiliated. They're affiliated, with the emotion. It makes them not to see clear, because once you're emotional, you cannot see clear. You cannot know when the game is played on you. If you check very well, look at the histories of war. They sold weapons, the armed one group. The same thing is still occurring today.
Of course.
If it takes, now for people who don't know what's happening, you see this agenda, the population agenda. If it takes I'm in one tribal group. Let's use, for instance, now, north and south of Nigeria. If it takes it, giving the stupid one, say, why these people away, they will do it if they don't understand.
Of course.
One thing is that their mission has arrived. They have achieved their mission.
Yes.
So the problem is that we have to understand the game. In the first place, we must understand that it takes a population to become strong, but not a stupid population, people that have the mental pros. Now, take for instance here. Now, if you think only you can live when they kill others, when they finish, you become minority, you will live your life in fear.
Of
For the
course.
rest of your existence, will be in fear, because when you look, it's only you. So the reason why you see all this history, we try to bring this history, is for us to place our mind very well. Because if our mind is in the right frame of thought, the glory that was lost can still be regained.
Of course.
It can be regained. It takes your mind to create, to materialize. You cannot bring anything to materialization. First of all, it must work in your mind.
Yes.
So that is the reason why our mind has to be in the right frame. It takes being emotional, stupidity, everything runs in the mind. So when you see somebody who doesn't understand what we are saying here, he became angry. Something is wrong with the mind. Because we are living in a mental reality. Our perception is our reality. So we perceive with the mind. So you better have a correct perception for you to have the best reality. Because this war is a mental war. The reality is a mental reality. So we have to place our mind in the right frame of thought. I think I have to stop here to give you a chance to continue.
We are already running up. Okay, our brother is back. Let's give our brother 5 minutes to wrap it up. Then I'll come give you another 5 minutes before I give my monologue. Go on, my brother.
Hello? I can't hear you.
Hello? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. My brother, maybe some other time. Mazichibike, please, you use the 3-5 minutes to wrap up what you're saying. So I will end the YouTube.
Okay. Now let me put it in this. Let me say something again. That I always says it. You see, most of the so-called claim, because that virus is today in the Pentecostal, the pastors. What I'm saying in this case is that brothers and sisters begin to make a research. Research paves a way for your foresight. Now, you don't have to. If you don't make research, you will see most of the so-called men of God, they will make research and they will transfer it into the Lord who spoke to me as we were praying.
I give it to you. Look at what Sule Boy said under coronavirus. Now he forgot that as he was cowering under his bed in fear because of coronavirus, the people out of fear started listening to us because we warned them about it ahead of time. Now the thing he was going to give to them as a prophecy, they already knew it before him. Now you saw how he fell yakata.
Exactly. So this issue is only the gullible ones that will fall into. Once they say, as I was speaking, the Lord said to me, this. Some people, they begin to do like all those. People don't know that all those things are stupidity. Now, somebody who knows the game, who knows, he'll be watching them look at fools. He'll be looking at them and they think they're in their correct sense. Because of what? When they're supposed to go for knowledge and equip themselves with knowledge is power. You see, most of the things that made some of us here as well, there are some stupid people among us here. Whenever we say something, they get offended. And you call them to come and defend what they cannot come because they lack knowledge.
No, they will go, they will fill their heads with nonsense where they are even allowed to ask questions. Here, you are allowed to come on video. I'm not going to waste my time talking to a ghost behind a ghost account. No, come on video here. If you know what you are talking about and you're sure of yourself, you are sure about yourself and the nonsense you're spewing, come here and make me look foolish. Or, okay, host your own video and invite me there. Let me come there and educate everyone there. or you people make me look foolish. Go and ask Chika Austin. Go and ask him, you're a philosopher. Go ask him what's up. Ask him. He's still running. He tells me he still owes me a debate. He's still, because I was supposed to come to his own, and he will come to mine. I went to his place, I showed him. Then he came here. I was telling him to come. He started giving excuses. All the people that are feeding you people that rubbish, bring them here. Or tell them to bring me on their own platform. You see them, they will run because they are empty. They have nothing else to give you. My brother, please take 2 minutes and wrap it up. Let me.
Yeah. So what I'm saying in essence is what is that? So what am I trying to say? We better wake up, because they just turn to begin to use the people. Something you're supposed to know, you will not know. Now, let me tell you, it takes knowledge that I equip myself to be bold to come to the screen here to begin to talk. If I don't have it, I cannot be bold to come and here and talk. If you see that somebody like Livestone, I don't know him, we haven't seen before. Even Mazi, me and Mazi haven't said eye for the phone. We haven't. You might think that maybe we've known ourselves from Igbo land before we don't know ourselves. Now, this is the age of information. We take the opportunity. Now, what I know, bring me to the screen here. It can equally bring any of you. Once you equip with knowledge, you take the courage to come here. We talk, we share knowledge. It is very, very simple. You understand? It is very, very simple. Equip yourself with knowledge. So I think I should drop here and let's call it another day.
Thank you, my brother, for joining us today. We appreciate your knowledge. My people, please go follow me on Twitter, Ijele Speaks. Check me out on YouTube too, Ijele Speaks. Those guys, the guys on YouTube, I thank you. Please make sure you thumb it up. The thumb up helps it appear in the recommendation box. Please, my brother, carry on.
Yeah, and another thing is there's something there in regards to the headings of today's program. See, they don't talk anything concerning the clerics. But this somebody in the like of this lady, that should make us to think why. Most of us don't know that in the Western world here, churches are becoming bars. Nobody goes to church because people are wisening up. They're using in England, you see church, they use church as restaurant.
Oh.
When in Africa it has become a business, church has become a business. And then we are not growing. Economically, we are not okay now. Look at what is happening here now. Okay, the reason why you see, look at things are hard in Africa, Nigeria to be precise, because we didn't build any industrial something to sustain ourselves. Now COVID has come. Now we are people. You understand? Because we never get prepared. Yeah.
No manufacturing base.
Yeah.
My people, see the YouTube channel. Ijele Speaks. As you know, we are still building our website. Our website will soon be ready. We will soon set everything up, and that time we will not be bothered about them taking us down, because on our website we'll be doing things, play any music we want, say anything you want. It's none of their business. We'll be exposing them, be leaving the links here. We'll be posting the links. We'll be doing the video there. If you want to watch us live, it will be on the website. Then we will post the link to the video on Facebook. That way, it will still be an interactive one. Even the videos on the website would be interactive. Also, we will be live comment section. That place. My brother, I thank you so much. If there is any other thing you forgot to chip in, please do it now. My people, this is the YouTube channel. Go subscribe to it. And those on YouTube, please thumb it up and remember to share with friends and family. Share on your Facebook accounts or pages too, if you like what you are doing here. My brother, carry on. Finish on.
Thank you. I think I rest my case here today.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us this day. I will drop your link now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, my people, we've come to the end of it. Let me remove the YouTube link. Then I read some comments before we go. Thank you, everyone on YouTube. I will have to end it here right now. It's already too long.